Good evening, everybody. Welcome in on this Monday evening. How are y'all doing? I hope the stream is up and running and I'm not on mute. Yay! I remembered to check. Welcome in, everybody. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, that we're good to go. It's no fun if you can't hear me. I'll be talking to myself forever. Welcome in to my mod team. Butterfly is here. She's going to join me on panel in a few minutes. Forrest is here. Rachel is here. And thank you, allegedly speculating. I saw her comment earlier in the chat, and I do have that video. Appreciate you. Let's see who else is here with us right now. Right now, Simi Sharp coming in. Yay, you're on time. Woohoo! Teresia, welcome in. Sound is good. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Forrest. Yeah, we're going to get into some things. Guys, it was a beautiful weekend. I think I was off Friday? I took Saturday. I took Sunday, and it was nice. I had not done 3 days in a row in a long time. Long overdue. Missed you guys, but I had a fabulous Saturday. Beautiful weather. Went to the river and celebrated my dad's 80th birthday with the fam. Large family, in fact. But we had a great time. And then yesterday I slept a lot. I hope y'all are having good weather. My whole mood changed when I noticed that it wasn't dark as early as usual, right? A few days ago, I'm like, yes, the time is going to change again. I can't stand dark 30 coming at 5 o'clock in the evening. Not my cup of tea. Never will be. I like dark at 8 o'clock. That's my life in Florida. Dark at 8 o'clock. That's the way I like it. So I feel like I like to go within in the winter, but this winter's been a hot mess, come to think of it. So I'm ready for spring to be sprung. So I can get back outside and find my zen again. I can't stand being cooped up in the winter. We did have a good time, Rach. We did. The weather was so perfect. If it gets too hot on that river, Lord help us all. We got to get the sandbar quick. '80s all over the week. Yes, everybody's getting a little bit of that warm weather feeling. Get you a little come out of our winter funk. I get that seasonal. I don't ever get depressed, so I don't get seasonal depression, but I get the seasonal funk. If that makes sense. I don't like it. Nothing good comes of winter. I don't care what anybody tells me. I'm not a skier and stuff like that. So I feel like good riddance to bad rubbish. Goodbye, winter. Old man, winter, with your fucking bad energy. We don't need it. Right, Simi. And you could trick the kids in the winter, right? When they're little, it's dark, it's bedtime. In the summer, you're like, holy crap, I'm trying to put these babies to bed, hours before dark. But you learn and you change with it. But I like summer hours way more better. Let them babies stay on up. They'll sleep a little late on the weekend. The days are so short in the winter, aren't they, Butterfly? We need those long summer days so we can get in all the great summer fun activity. And at the end of the day, when you're hungry and you want to cook out, 6, 7 o'clock, you still got plenty of time to do that before it gets dark and cold on you. So I'm glad we're all geared up for some better weather. Although I had a short winter, a mild one, but some of y'all didn't have it so lucky. All right, guys, there's been no real new updates in the Nancy Guthrie case. Over the past 3 days, there's been a lot of talk out there about that possible jammer situation happening, but I'm not convinced that happened or it's a thing. We got to pick a lane. Either we have a jammer in the pocket or we got a walkie-talkie in the pocket. I can't have both. I mean, I guess we could, but I doubt it. It's one or the other. But the spottiness of this outages and the randomness of the neighbors who reported being asked about it kind of don't make it make sense. The only one I was really concerned about was the one that lived closest to Nancy, like I have said all along, whose house faces Nancy's. but they're on the cul-de-sac back there. That's the one I was a little more, what's up with that camera, right? And here's another thing. Lordy, we can go at law enforcement all day long and twice on Sunday, but I'm pretty sure law enforcement's been begging the public for over 30 days to review their camera footage and please turn it in. Now, suddenly, we got a couple in close proximity saying, nobody ever came for our footage. Did y'all not bother to look either? Now you look and go, oh, look, that particular night we didn't have a signal. Oh, and that's right, that's the night the dog barked. I make nothing of it. So what if the dog barked? Nothing was done. Nancy was still taken. So what if your little camera went offline a minute? No one knows why. We don't even know if we got cameras footage coming off Nancy's guest house. I'm more concerned about those cameras at the moment. Did they get jammed? Then can we go down that route? Then we might have a jammer situation. Otherwise, we do not. And why would you take a jammer and jam all the houses you pass by? Walk. You can't. Who would walk up from the cul-de-sac behind Nancy's? That is ridiculously dangerous considering there are houses right there. There's only a small area of wash between Nancy's home and those back homes. You're going to be smarter to come in from the front. So if you really got a jammer, why are you trying to take a camera off Nancy's front porch? See, we got to think about this stuff. That don't make no sense to me. Good days coming. Oh, it's about the coming of spring, Jet. I would probably love it. I'm a summer baby through and through, born in June. Best, best month of the year to me is June. In the heart of June. Okay, let me get my co-host up here for the day, the night. Let's see. Hello, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We meet again under these crazy type of circumstances.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately.
I
And
know,
hopefully.
but y'all. A lot of y'all know who tune in on a regular basis. If you've been around a minute, y'all know I always say, "Be safe on those YouTube streets." I say it for a reason, and I'm wondering after today, do I do I need to start one of those chroma whatever they're called channels, so when I warn people about somebody, I can go there and specifically say what I'm warning about. I never wanted to be that channel.
Right.
I just see a lot, take in a lot, pay attention to a lot, and I know when I see red flags. I may not always know why I'm experiencing what I feel is a red flag, but sometimes if your gut's right, you go with your gut and you just know something's amiss. Sometimes we're good at picking it out, sometimes we suck at it. Sometimes people can come in and absolutely fool everybody in their face. Some are more
Hmm.
skeptical. Unfortunately, Butterfly and I have been around this space for a hot minute. We've seen some things together.
Yeah.
And this particular account we're going to be talking about is somebody Butterfly and I both knew of before we saw what we saw. We've known about this account for a couple of years. We've known about all of their work in the missing true crime community. Butterfly and I used to go into these communities and support them because
But
there wasn't enough support for the missing, right, Butterfly?
mm, but
And
us, like everyone else, weren't aware what was just exposed. We found
oh
out.
hell no, 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 no. This is before anybody knew anything. No, God no.
Hmm.
If anybody had an inkling that guy was up to anything, nobody would have ever given him the time of fucking day.
Exactly.
It's not, yeah, people don't need to get it twisted, right?
Hmm.
They better not
And
because
hello, everyone.
well, I mean, even going back to the Joe Schmo of it all, there was another creator who was like, I would have never been friends with a guy like that. Honey, back it all the way up.
Right.
Don't make me talk about you because I could insert you right into this particular conversation, but I won't do it.
Yeah.
So when people automatically want to come up and say, oh, there they go again at another creator because of the blah, blah, blah jealousy bullshit, get your little tiny ass minds out of your ass and take your immaturity and go sit down somewhere else. Let the
Yep.
adults have the floor because we're about to talk about adult things. And if all you can conjure up in your mind is you got a beef with another creator and it's about that's childish. And there's enough creators on this platform that absolutely participate in that all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't,
I
but I will
agree,
call out
Simi,
the bad actors.
especially when it comes to this. Especially when it comes to this. It needs to be called out.
This is different. This ain't me having a
Mm-hmm.
personal beef with a creator. This ain't me gonna call some
Right.
bitch out today because she said something stupid. We don't do that over here, and I think everybody knows it. But what we're about to do is call out somebody who positioned themselves into a community. And it didn't just affect the people in the community, it affected families of the missing.
Yep.
That's Butterfly and I's biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
just
sick.
like another creator who wanted to go live for months covering a case and all emotional about the family of the victim and then shit on that same family later. This is the same thing. You come in, you
A whole
position
other
yourself.
level. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Don't do it, right? Not on our
Yeah.
watch. And the thing about this particular account we're going to talk about, they did communicate with families often, and
Yeah.
they gave advice. They went this particular, I'm going to go ahead and say the name, Arctic, is it Arctic Fox True Crime?
Yeah.
He had a YouTube account, Facebook account, TikTok account, all the socials. They were all coming down in real time as people were finding out about what had happened. And we're starting to go live with it.
And
Now,
this isn't assumptions about what happened. This is things that were said from his mouth
you
on
see a
a
comment or
live.
something
Yep.
where
Huh?
you said there was a comment you're addressing or something?
No, no, no. I was
Oh,
just talking about if this. These aren't assumptions. These
oh hell
are
no, we don't
words taken directly from his mouth.
yeah, we're gonna
And
listen to some of it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, this is no assumptions, no I heard this through the grapevine stuff. I heard it with my own damn ears. I'm gonna try to
Hmm.
play some for it's a sensitive topic. There's sensitive things said. Now, YouTube does get queasy with what we're allowed to say over here, even though we're damn grown ass adults. I have never got a strike on my channel. If I get one hard strike, so what? I got two left. Now, I'm well aware that Queen Bee got struck. But what some of you may not know that are tuned in a little bit to what I'm talking about, there's a reason why she got struck. And it wasn't because she played what the OPP people aired on their Kick channel. Because many people right now are sharing it on YouTube and they're not being struck. You would have to get that strike from the OPP people for using their content. They're not going to strike us for using their content.
Right. Because they
What
want it out there.
Yeah. Now, Arctic did strike Queen Bee, but he did so based on bullying and harassment. I didn't get to catch the live because I wasn't aware of the situation till after that live happened. Butterfly, I think, got to listen to some of it, but it got
Hmm.
taken down. Now, things got heated during that conversation over there. Like I said, I haven't heard it. B Tim is her co-host over there. I guess all of you, maybe if y'all know Queen Bee, you know. He got a little heated, and I get rightfully so. I've always felt B Tim to be a fair kind of guy, and see things right equally.
Right.
Uh, when I do go there and review stuff, um, so I don't know what all he said, but apparently things were said that were like threatening. I'm not going to say what they did was right or wrong because I don't freaking know. I wasn't there. But that's why she got struck, was because of the things that were being said about him on the live stream. Not that they were playing what the OPP had done, right?
Right.
So I'm going to attempt to play some of that for you guys here. Now, Well, I have to set the backstory for you guys. Are a lot of you familiar with who I'm even talking about? Arctic Fox True Crime. He had like 17,000 followers here on YouTube. He was a hard advocate for the missing. That's all he focused on his channel. He was also a hardcore advocate for the Amber Alert, that it wasn't used and implemented enough because of the criteria that needed to be met to get an Amber Alert. There is a whole petition out there to help change
Change
the
that.
Amber Alert.
Right.
Remember that, Butterfly?
Hmm.
Um, to help change the criteria because of this guy's push, right? He's embedded himself into a community that tries to find missing children.
Yep.
Now, there is no proof out there yet this guy has done anything. Let me make that clear. No past allegations have been made. No past police reports have come up. No past arrests are coming up right now. No other police dispatch audios, all the things we would look for. We don't see anything right now. We haven't even seen formal charges come down about what we're going to talk about right now. Now, FarQ, hey, I know who you are. It's been a hot freaking minute. How are you? You are familiar with Arctic. You are. I know you are. Okay. Yep. It's been a minute. So welcome in. Angel Eyes, welcome in. Jet, good to have you here again. Yeah, he right now all he's took down all his socials right at the moment. I doubt they'll be back up anytime soon. He knew it was coming. He knew the second they stepped in that identified themselves and what they were doing at his house, the first thing I guarantee you that went through his mind was Queen Bee's gonna get me.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. She's coming for you. That's one
Yep.
lady you don't want on your ass. I should have let Joe go on that panel and explain himself better. Damn it, man. Okay. I'm gonna need to get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna go to Queen Bee. I'm about choked on my coffee. What?
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
What? You go right ahead.
You
He's
go
like,
on. Bless his heart.
it's like beat him is fair. I'm like, you go right ahead. Let me
Okay,
anyway,
rip
back on
you to
track.
shreds.
Back on track. Okay. So I do got a couple of things we can watch because this guy was deeply embedded in the community. Like I said, he worked with some people in the in the true crime community, but within the missing persons community, that really devoted so much time and effort, like Duchess. Now, he was a mod for a channel, and her name is Duchess. She knew nothing about any of this either. She's just finding out in real time, like the rest of us. This guy's pretty much been MIA for about a year, from what I understand, Butterfly. We hadn't even seen anything about him anywhere around. Not on our feeds or anything. We kind of not really didn't talk to that community much anymore. Once we started this channel, because Butterfly's been with me from the beginning. We just haven't really well, honestly, I haven't seen a lot out of any of them in a while, so I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But he hadn't been around for about a year or so. But anyway, he was, a big advocate. Work, and now Duchess helped. Didn't she help fundraise and raise the money to get the blip boards for
Yes.
Sebastian?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Sebastian Rogers' case happened, and a lot of things happened during that case. A lot of creator stuff happened during the Sebastian Rogers case that was completely uncalled for. And one of the things is Cluminati. A lot of us who are from the communities will know. Here's the thing about Cluminati if you don't know. Cluminati doesn't hold back, and she says exactly what's on her mind. And to be honest with you, there's a fine line of difference between me and Cluminati. I'm just a little more reserved in my mouth because I know how my mouth can get me into trouble, and it done got her into too much trouble, and she's struck off YouTube. Okay. So, but rewind, they were all in her community. When I say all, there are other creators that were in that community as well who supported her and supported him. And they were all here for it as long as Cluminati was tearing down other people or other things, right? Doing what
Mm.
Clue does. But the minute he heard a word he did not like, he became super offended because this man is homosexual. He doesn't, it's no secret. I could care less either way. But she makes a comment, running, she was just doing her Cluminati mouth running thing like she's good at doing, and this word flew out. Well, he decided he wanted to make that this big thing and wanted to take like the communities at war with it. You know, she's mean. She said this horrible thing. And it, at first, you could understand maybe where his feelings were a little hurt, but the guy kept on about it and he continued. It was so whiny and crybaby. It felt icky after a minute. I'm like, dude, you need to give it a rest and go sit down. You know what I mean?
He went after B10 as well.
He did, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He
He
thought
put him
everybody.
on blast and told him that he needed to come out of the closet. And just, I mean,
Oh,
if
that's
you're
right.
yeah,
That's right.
complaining about somebody doing something and you turn around and do something just as bad, I
Well, he
mean, what
wanted
does that
everybody
make
to
you?
come out and support him and go at Clue because she
Yeah.
used a word he didn't like, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was supposed to turn on her and just run, follow him into the wilderness, I suppose. Like, no, dude. So he showed his drama stuff early on, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we never really had a ton of interaction with him outside of he would be on panels where we were at sometimes, or he would be in chat where we were at sometimes, but we didn't like do. I never had any like.
We
I
never
think
worked with him,
no.
like
I
so
think
face
one
to
time
face.
he was on somebody's panel, and I was
Mm-hmm.
on the panel as well, and
Right.
that was as close as we got like doing anything. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember I mentioned the Tiffany Daniels case, and he knew of the case because he's the missing or whatever, and he knew details about it. And there's not that many out there, so it was easy for him to pick off the flyer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's like my only interaction like that I had with him outside of seeing him in chats and shit like that. Like I never went to his lives or anything. He was boring. Like I'll share the flyers of the missing, but you to watch, you're boring, right? So I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Okay. So with all that said, and the way he went in hard for the community and being like this big activist for the community, there were a lot of missing children involved. So when you're getting that close to families, what are you really doing? You know what I mean? Are you trying to find that one to groom? And what you're doing is you're using those families now to gain clout, right?
Right.
That's what a lot of these families get used for. Didn't Kay Woodcock come and explain that beautifully to everybody?
Yeah,
Because I
she
thought
sure
she did
did.
a really good job of explaining how that really works for families. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to learn from the YouTube mistakes and not, oh, thank you, FARQ. Thank you. Well, hugs back to you. Thank you for showing up and being in support. And I know why you're here, and because my thumbnails is what it is, right? So appreciate you for coming in hot and
Yeah, thank
and
you.
showing up for this because we're not going to tolerate this shit, are we? It's it
Nope.
it's just not
It's
tolerable, man.
disgusting.
It is disgusting, and it's born out of a lot of these. Um, Nonsense is another Krama channel. She did a live earlier, and I watched the first few minutes. So she goes back years from Facebook, right? Like pre-pandemic Facebook stuff before YouTube or whatever. And I guess she knew of a lot of the predator groups, right? That did what this group does. Anyway,
Mhm.
there's like a whole world out there we don't know about apparently that I don't know that exists of these
Yeah.
types of creators. So I don't know how some of y'all feel about them. Now, we Butterfly and I have had a little bit of discussion about this group. So um it wasn't there was like that one big guy that used to be on TV that would go around and catch the
Chris
predator.
Hansen.
Was it Chris Hansen was his name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the
It's
modern day Chris Hansen.
right. And they run a kick account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have a YouTube or you can't put what they're putting on YouTube. So let me just go ahead and say that. So
Yeah.
we will you do you have their kick link? handy?
Yes, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
get
just
it.
gonna grab that Kick link. For Kick is a different platform, guys. Some of you are aware of it because y'all know probably Buzz uses it. I believe Shorty uses it. A few people do use it. I have not yet. Anyway, Clue is over on Kick now, and I think Queen Bee is going to be over on the Kick for about a week because she's fighting this strike. So Butterfly's going to link us straight to the Kick account, so you can go do a Kick account. It's free, and you log in, and then you can watch. It's live streams held on that platform because you can say and do things there you cannot say and do over here on the YouTubes. A lot of us go over there,
Mhm.
like I said, and we'll hang out with Publicly Buzz when he does stuff from over there. I've got several friends who stream from Kick. So, um, yep, we use it. Simi, so a lot of you will already have the account. And so we'll get that in there. Did you? She's getting that for you guys.
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Okay. So this is going to be the link to, they are called Oklahoma Predator Prevention. So a little bit about what they do is they do have cases where they do result with arrest. A lot of cases where they don't result with any arrest. Um, it's gonna kind of feel like entrapment a little bit, because, but then again, law enforcement does the same thing when they're sitting on the computer posing as a 14-year-old girl. Now, how many times have we heard about the internet ICAC, right? The Internet Crimes Against Children. And you've got the officer who was posing as a 14-year-old girl. We'll see that come up all the time. But
Right.
that's okay, right? Because they're law enforcement to,
Okay, I know they say it's entrapment, but to me, if you're not doing anything wrong, there's no proof that you've done anything wrong. So how are you being entrapped?
well, they're just talking. But what I'm saying
Exploiting
is
yourself.
that some people are
Because
going to claim that there's entrapment, but and from a legal standpoint, because I got to always go there,
right.
defense standpoint, you might have some issues if you ever got there. But what I'm saying is OPP did the same thing law enforcement would do in a sting operation.
Mhm.
Having a law enforcement agent pose as a 14-year-old girl.
Right.
It's never a lot of times it can be the actual child, right? There's a lot
Mhm.
of that that's going on every day, all day. But that law enforcement's also posing as children. So when they engage in conversation with these adult males, is that entrapment? If we're not calling that entrapment, how can I call what OPP did? The only thing different is OPP doesn't have the evidence now law enforcement would have had to make an arrest on the spot.
Right.
And there's your difference. Now, so I don't know what about their work makes some have an arrest and some not. Like, how do they
I think
get some
it's
arrest? I'm
I
gonna have
think
to.
it's how well like receptive law enforcement is to what they're doing.
No, because there's laws that apply though. So with that, with what you're saying is if law enforcement meets them at location and if they're receptive to what OPP's showing them and presenting, can they take that as probable cause for them to move forward? And it should, right?
Yeah, because I saw two of their videos. One was the one that with Arctic Fox, and I saw
Right?
one other one where the guy was arrested, and they had the same approach. One,
Okay.
but the place wasn't at his home; it was at a public location at a church, I think.
But
So
why did law enforcement decide to make an arrest on that one?
I have no idea.
Well, I got to go back and watch it to figure it out then.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to come down to some departments, because to arrest the guy, they actually have to pull up some of their own evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the OPP giving them what they had, which is just the guy talking to what he thinks is a child, um, it, then they need to investigate it. But now he knows he's going to be investigated.
Right.
So I don't know how I feel about it yet. If they
Right.
should have went to law enforcement privately and said, "Hey, look, we got an issue here. This just
Before
occurred.
confronting him, yeah.
That Yeah, this just occurred. This guy is on these social medias posing as this. That should heighten the dangerousness of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
bring it next level. Y'all need to investigate him. And then they could have conducted an investigation, and maybe there would be an arrest right now today, and we're instead of
Right.
wondering, will this guy be arrested? That's my whole point of saying anything about
Mm-hmm.
that, because there's going to be a gray area involved, guys. But here's the other thing: this is what it is. This is Arctic Fox thinking he is talking to a minor child, a
Mm-hmm.
boy. He says, I thought in the very beginning, he's going to say, I thought he was 24. And I've also clarified a few things, Butterfly. When this first happened, they approach him and say, a mother notified us you've been
Right.
communicating with her 14-year-old child. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
That was all the decoy situation.
Right.
In fact, when Chasing was live reacting to this in real time, thinking that was a real 14-year-old boy and a real mother. Because remember, we were like, why did this mom reach out to them versus
And that
cops?
exactly.
Weird. So during that live, OPP comes into her chat and says, someone please pen this comment. That was a whole decoy. The mother and child were not real. I was like, holy shit. Okay.
I
So,
think they're in these apps that they use to try and draw out these types of people.
what? Who's used
He was using a dating app, so
Tammy thing?
yeah.
Yeah, there so he mentions Arctic mentions using a couple of apps, and one he mentioned was one I didn't know nothing about called Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even
Yeah.
researched it yet. But yeah, these predator people know what apps to go on to watch for these predators. They're not just sitting out here on Facebook one day hoping somebody nibbles at their lure. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
know where to go to find these guys. So he was probably already hanging out in a shady place. But he claims he met the guy, the child, online on a dating app. And he says that the boy told him he was 24 years old. But then he quickly admits to finding out the boy was 14 years old,
Mm-hmm.
but continued the communication. And the communication he thought he was having with a 14-year-old boy was so inappropriate that if I actually played it on YouTube, YouTube might
Yeah.
melt. They don't even
Yeah.
like me saying SA
And
out
it
loud, or I gotta say unalived and stupid shit like
mhm.
that. I
And
mean, man,
excuses and blaming even a decoy victim is still unacceptable because then you start to wonder, you've
there's
done this
nothing acceptable
before
about what this man did.
and you'll continue to do it.
There's nothing acceptable about what he's done. My
Mm-mm.
only concern is you gotta get fucking proof
Yeah.
to make an arrest, and that's what we gotta make sure happens and going forward. Because 'Cause I'm telling you
Mhm.
right now, if you show up in my town and you knock on a predator's door and you got at best a decoy situation, and then after you leave, we got nothing but a predator sitting here, and now I gotta watch his ass. What the
Yeah.
hell? Bye what? Now I
Yeah.
gotta do the real investigation and catch this guy. Like that Jared lady. See see how that turns out, Butterfly? Damn it, man. Okay, I'll do your work for you. You just come in and point them out.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll roll with it. We'll just do it that way. Sorry, I got a salty mouth tonight. I don't don't mess with the babies.
Are we going boots on the ground again?
Well,
Or hunting? The hunting. This time it's hunting. Forget the boots on the ground.
my boots on the ground consist of this keyboard these days because
Right?
I'm a little limited. That kiddo, when he totaled my car, I was like, goodbye, car payment, goodbye, insurance, good riddance. And I haven't got another one since. I need one of them Sprinter vans, like Scooby Doo van.
Well,
Ooh,
just think of it this way. If it wasn't for these people, we wouldn't know what happened, what he was doing.
I
So if
agree with that.
anything, that comes out of
It can get
this.
him right out of the community, right? It can let everybody know
Hopefully.
there are a lot of missing groups that he had worked with over the couple of years that have all been notified. Now, back in 2022, interestingly enough, I was watching a clip I saw on TikTok. I think I have it on a saved piece I've got. But it was back in and it was before I saw this lady's statement that we're going to look at. And I was like, whoa, now I get it. So on the TikTok thing that I saw, it was back in 2022 or whatever it was, but he was saying that he got all upset because all he was hearing about was summer whales, summer whales, summer whales. Everybody focused on summer whales being missing, and nobody seemed to care about the other missing kids. And I was like, well, damn, we can't help what
So
we get
maybe,
latched onto.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it is what it is. So we saw that in Nancy Guthrie in the beginning. She's not the only missing.
Mhm.
We get it. Well, people like us, we know, right?
Right.
We try to share the missing. Jesus, we get it. So he gets all mad about this summer whales is all he hears about. That's when he became an hardcore activist for the missing. So then I stumbled across a video today from, I'm not familiar with her, Lip Lock No More. Have you heard of her?
Heard of it, but I've never watched. I've heard the name, but I've never watched
Any of
anything.
you in chat, do y'all know who I'm talking about? Lipped Locked No More. Yes or no? She has a video statement out on the situation.
Hmm.
And she gives a nice little backstory and tells a story that I was kind of floored by, girl.
Well, let me hear
I'm
it.
gonna let y'all know when I tell y'all to be safe on these YouTube streets, I ain't a lying. I'm gonna have to hold a class, YouTube Streets 101, what to watch for. We can all pitch in and give tips. And we can all gather up on a Sunday evening and say, hey, watch out for this person. Watch out for that
Right.
person. No, then we'll all be conspiracy theorists
Call
and
out for it.
we won't trust anybody. We're like, don't trust any of them. No,
All them red flags.
I love this community though. I mean, I know they would be on it, girl.
Yeah.
We would know every bad actor on the streets if we just honed in on that, right? Okay.
Hmm.
So let me bring up a little bit about who this guy. Let me see what I got here. I need to kind of be careful, but not be careful. I almost don't care. Um,
I want to
my,
see what
my
this
ruling
Let's Talk
planet.
No More had to
Look,
say.
my ruling planet. She went cattywampus. She's in retrograde. All kinds of things happen to my soul, not just my electronics. People are like, "Oh, your electronics are gonna go crazy." Yeah, well, yay if that's all you get, right? Because for me, it's next level. This Gemini world I live in. Mercury is my ruling planet. When she decides to go backwards, woo!
I
I,
think you're not keeping track of days rubbed off on me because I totally miss the time change.
girl, I had seen it on my notifications or whatever. I'm like,
And,
I was like, I
my phone automatically changes.
Because see, I always go by whatever daylight it is outside, right? And I had noticed the other night, I noticed, damn, it's just now getting dark. And I looked at the time and I thought, time must be getting ready to change. And then I thought about it in my head for a minute. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's coming. And then the next thing I know, I saw another. I'm like, oh, damn, it is here already. Yay. I almost missed it too.
Yeah. Oh, I missed it. My husband's like, the time changed. I was like, why is the oven say that?
Just like our stuff is not working. Fix it.
No. Yeah.
Fix it now. Okay. So anybody heard of this creator that I just mentioned? Let's see. Yeah, Rachel, we need them built that are prosecutable, right? We really do. I mean, I appreciate their efforts and the ones that they do make arrest on, right? And
Hmm.
finding these predators are absolutely worth it. They should be, I know there's a lot of agencies out there that have task forces and things like that that do this, but we also got to be able to prosecute at the same time. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me see what I want to, because I do have that one video I was telling you about, but let me see here. I wanted to play a little from his. Let's see. I can play a little bit of Jason's first, I think. When they walk up, maybe? Yeah. And then we'll go look at that lady's video. Then we'll come back to this some more. Because she also gives commentary in this. And I'm fine with that. But,
Oh, thank you, for Q.
oh, look. 5 memberships were gifted by
Yes.
FARQ. Thank you. Um, Spitfire Chef. What is this? Dark Arts by Adrian. More Than Enough and Chris it. Welcome in, guys. I saved something today to members only live stream that I still need to get to. We put the number two, part two, we put on pause when Nancy Guthrie started. Remember?
Yeah.
Idaho 4th thing series we were going to do. We did the one I thought was members only,
Mm-hmm.
but I had messed up and it was not. Anyway, we were going to do the second one, and then Nancy Guthrie case happened, and everybody knows I've not left that case since it started. So, but I saw a very interesting video today that I saved to go to that live, and it's going to be a members only. So I'm hoping to do that soon, guys, real soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, what's going on here with this damn video? I messed with its head. Hold on, let me pull it up again.
Okay.
It didn't want to work right. Okay, so nothing should happen just because I'm playing the video from OPP because, like I said, numerous other channels have played it as well. The reason Queen Bee was struck had nothing to do with her sharing that videos. It was totally something different.
Mm-hmm. And trigger warning because what
Um,
you hear.
where'd it go? Hang
Letting
on.
y'all know.
There's the phone call. Wait, what did I do? Uh, okay, hold on. Let me get it this way. Oh, Jesse Weber. Remember what I used to call him? Oh, Jesse. I've always liked old Jesse Weber. I don't know why I could not like him. You know what I mean? There wasn't
Yeah.
his his hair used to weird me out. I used to call him the porn star looking. Oh, I didn't realize this was happening tonight. I gotta watch that later. Okay, sorry guys, I got sidetracked looking for something. Okay, never. Uh, focus. Jesus, I'm talking to myself here. Okay, here I go. Is this it? Okay, this one I think I can play on mute because they have the words on the screen. If that okay, guys. Um, I'm gonna let that roll like that for a minute. Actually, I'll turn it on and then I'll go to mute. I gotta test it, and because I think this is the one you can just read everything. And I'm sorry, it may have to be that way, but I'm telling you right now, if I let this go unredacted, I'm gonna get in trouble because, and trigger warning for you guys, it's gonna get graphic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
let me just warn you now.
But it's real, so
Um,
there's that.
let me get the screen up. I already have my banner up. I had it up before the show started.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna play a few minutes of this. All right, well, we may let the whole thing play and we'll review. I will have to stop and commentate. Now, this is a unsupervised maniacs channel. I'm not familiar,
Me neither.
but thank you. Okay, so here he is. They come to his door, right? So they pull up. Hey, Keith, welcome in. I hope you're enjoying your time. But thanks for coming in and hanging out and chilling.
Yeah,
Um,
warning.
yeah, trigger warning. We got some stuff here. Um, so this is when they arrived at his house. They get out and they go to the door, and then he comes out and they walk into the garage and start having a conversation. Simi, I hope so, right? You got to compartmentalize some of this stuff, and it's important to note, as bad as this stuff is for us to hear, right? Just like when I had to read, I didn't have to do anything, but just like when I read all the horrible things done to Madeline Soto, I had to stop and think. All I had to do is read it. Madeline had to
Exactly.
live it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's children. out there who are being talked to by these type of men
Yeah.
all day for real. Even though this one was a decoy situation, uh, many times they're not decoy situations.
Mm-hmm.
And even if your 14-year-old is homosexual, would you want him experimenting and getting advice from a grown ass, gnarly,
50-year-old nasty ass man. Sorry.
living at mama's? Nah, we fuck that. You
Mm.
don't, you nasty mother. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, I may have to mute it out. Whatever. We'll just roll with it. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble.
Kind of going over. We'll go over
I
all
was
that here.
never meet him or anything. He kept pushing me to, and I kept coming up with reasons why I couldn't. So.
You asked if he liked fingering himself in the shower?
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. He started talking about how scared he was about having an.
Okay, I thought this was the one with words on the screen, but I was wrong. I don't have time to do all that. I'm going to have to mute some of what he says when I catch it coming because it's so graphic. And right there, he's talking about telling the boy how to go
Yeah.
to the shower and do things to himself that would get him so he can make things easier going forward, right? I'm trying to not be
Yeah, that
graphic.
that's his fucking excuse. And also, even though just pretend it's not a decoy. Just pretend it's an actual 14-year-old kid. Because sooner or later, based off of what he's doing, he's actually going to reach an actual child. So
Yeah, because
just picture that.
he had no problem continuing the conversation
No,
once he did realize he was
but
with a
blaming the kid. Yeah,
well, he can try
that's
to
fine.
blame that kid all he wants. I've heard this whiny ass guy complain before. Remember,
Yep.
Arctic? I have literally heard you whining and crying all over YouTube because Cluminati said a word that hurts your fucking feelings.
But yet you're doing this shit on the side.
And you think you're talking to a 14-year-old boy about what to shove up his, you know what, to
Mm.
make sex better. You fucking idiot.
But like I said, I was just trying.
If I went through one of my kids' phones and found the conversation you were having with one of my kids talking about fingering their ass,
Oh shit. See?
me by myself would be here. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Now, Butterfly dropped the link to OP's channel, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Kick. Now, I'll drop a link to this one over on for any of y'all that want to watch it uninterrupted to get the gist of everything. I will drop the link. And y'all can go watch it because I just can't. If it was up to me, I'd let it roll. And I would just let it roll, but YouTube's going to get to me.
Oh, his mom.
They're going to come. Well, they might just say ad suitability at the most. I'll take it.
He
I'll take that
said-
hit. I get that all the time.
Oh my
Did you
gosh,
read
the
part two?
context. He was talking about.
Well, it'll say ad suitability if the word RAPE is said a couple of times. If violence is talked about a little, but then if you go and you ask for a live human review, it always comes back as you're fine.
This is for
But
educational purposes. We are educating the public.
yeah, but the YouTube tools will catch certain words and call it
Mm-hmm.
inappropriate only for ads. All right, this doesn't matter to me. Right? It's
Mm-hmm.
only going to give me a revenue hit on an ad, which I don't care. It's like $1. I don't fucking know. That's all it's going to do. But then you ask for a human review, and it always comes back and says, "Oh no, you're good to go after all." Right? But
Right.
it's going to pick up on you're talking about violence, you're talking about sex, you're talking about all. You know what I mean? So it will
Yeah.
flag it because of the shit being
Did you see FARQ's
said right here.
comment?
But that's okay. I'll deal with it when it happens. What? No, let me see.
Right.
Makes me
Salty.
sick.
Did
I
you
was
see FARQ's
modded
comment?
Arctics. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. That's right, FARQ. You were, weren't you? A modded Arctics.
Yeah.
I forgot. See, I knew that
Right.
you were in the community, right? Um, you didn't know. None of us knew, right?
Yeah.
Duchess did not know. Nobody had a clue.
Yeah.
Even when he got mad at Cluminati and nonsense, nobody knew, right, about what this
Mm-mm.
creep in the fucking green garage was capable of doing. And who knows if he's communicated with a child before this.
Right.
Is he that creepy guy in the basement everybody worries about?
Yeah, please don't blame yourself. He
No, do
is the
not do that.
one that is responsible for what
And
he
look,
did.
you showed up to show that you do not support
Yes.
this shit, and we are behind you for doing that. You're
Yes.
safe here. Mm-mm.
No, but nobody blames you all. He's the
You're
one
good.
to blame. He's the one hiding. He's the one exploiting everything.
Yeah, that exploiting families, right? To
Mm-hmm.
build your own clout, to make yourself look good, feel good, all these things to be accepted in this community, to align yourself with the like with people like FARQ there, and with like Duchess and Mind of Monsters, who are really trying to do this thing right.
Right.
Um,
Do
and
it
then
the
here's
right way.
yeah, and then he would get on those panels and be like the fucking empathy king, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and then when he went hard when he got all butthurt about his feels, but yeah, that's this guy
Yeah.
thinking he's talking to a child. But he says vulgar things to this child. It's not like he was trying to he's going to claim, and I have heard this out of this guy before. I was born and raised below the Mason-Dixon line. I've heard him say time and time again, how he was raised in the South and all the hell he caught for being a homosexual. I don't know where he was raised in the
Yeah.
South at, but
I don't know. He's in Arkansas, so I don't know if
I could
that's where
care
he grew up.
less. Right, so what are you talking about? Where are you talking about from the South? Southeast, South? What are you talking about? Where?
Right.
Show me on the map,
Mm-hmm.
because you're making it sound like you grew up in Alabama somewhere on the fields, and people made fun of you because you were homosexual, and I'm not buying it like that.
Yeah.
Not like he always um, made it seem, right? It
Mm-hmm.
always seemed to be a little much to me.
Over the top with everything.
Yeah, because I'm from the deep South and nobody really gives a shit, dude.
And here either.
They're
To be
worried about
honest,
you taking their
Texas.
guns. Don't come at them for that. But you do you. Stay over there with it, right? They don't care. It's not like that. But he wants to say he's mentoring this child because he didn't have a mentor and he grew up in the South and blah blah blah. Well, you're not trying to mentor a child on ways to figure out their sexuality. You're telling him ways to have sex that won't hurt. You fucking perv. Oh
And he
Lord.
also had one-on-one contact with families. It wasn't like he was just sharing and getting the word out there on missing children. He was
No,
behind the scenes with families.
behind the scenes, and you know how Butterfly, you know how I feel about that shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Working with a family is a thing you should hold
It's a
precious,
huge
balance it.
responsibility.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's not something to toy with if you're ever going to interact with a family. And the
Yep.
way these people come out here and promote themselves, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. But here he is in the garage, confronted by two grown ass men who are about to eat him alive.
I'm trying to remember how that came about. He he said he wanted to know what it felt like, and I told him that he needed to order a dildo or go to Christie's toy box and get one or something.
Lord have mercy.
I'm afraid she'd find it, so I said, "Well, you could borrow one of your mom's toys."
But borrow your mom's. He just told a 14-year-old child to go purchase a toy or go borrow your mom's. The fuck?
And he has no excuse
Or-
because he knows right and wrong.
It
He
did.
said it so many times on all the panels and that he was on
Oh, he
about
knows right from
the
wrong.
same shit.
This sorry bastard. He would go on and on about the dangers of the roadblocks, and that you know what the danger is of
Him.
that. No, with the roadblocks and shit like that. and
Yeah.
predators like him. The problem lies with the parent who hands the child the device and walks the fuck away,
Yeah.
no matter what app or gaming site they're on. You hand it to them, you turn your head and you walk away, and you never look back. You're opening up the door of possibilities.
Yep.
Until
And
that
you
child
don't have
reaches a
no
certain age, you should
awareness.
know what's going on in that baby's phone, like I always did. I used to get
Mm-hmm.
alerts on my email what that kiddo was up to and what he was watching and
Yeah.
where he was watching, like all the shit, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but because predators like this are out there just waiting to get at your kids, and
Yep.
kids are going to explore, right?
Yep. And they're gonna get a hold of it whether you let them or not. So you making them aware of all the dangers that are involved, not just say it in one sentence and it be. You have to like really like make them understand.
I was so honest with mine. I would sit them down and we would have to. I never wanted to scare them, right? Like
Right.
terrify my kids, but they needed to know certain dangers were out there
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. So I was
Yeah.
always, really honest
Explaining.
about
Right. Yeah.
what is you could. I had to move beyond stranger danger,
Yeah.
because what's that stranger going to do to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do anything to me. Like, yes, they actually could.
Yep.
And here's what they could do, right? But my kids were tuned into stuff like that,
Yeah.
without it stressing them and things like that. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't want this. And if you've got so these guys right here like this, though, will evolve to posing as 14-year-olds
Yep.
themselves, right? To get in on
Mm-hmm.
a conversation with these kids and work their way in. And oh my God. Okay.
I love it.
Then it said, this is kind of strange. You told him to use a cucumber instead of a banana. Who the hell
Oh my God.
Mm.
Lord help us all. Ugh.
is she in the butt?
Oh God, I'm sorry. I had to. Are they still talking? Good. Let that go by.
Right here, the next note was basically you
Okay, so he gave the boy advice on what to try in the shower. It was great. It was gross.
just said it. You told him to buy a 5-inch dildo.
Oh, damn it.
Why?
Oh Lord, y'all get past that part of the conversation. So he goes in description as to what this boy should buy.
Do you think this kid should even be
No,
doing
I
any of this shit?
don't. I'm just, oh my God. I was trying to get rid of him. I did so many times.
You
Liar.
said,
I was trying to get rid of him, and I did so many times.
He's in the computer.
So
Turn
each
it
time he
off
came back,
before
you were just
you
like,
can.
"Oh hey."
Yeah.
Like, each time he came back, "Oh hey" again. That's really trying to get rid of
Yeah.
him, right? Like all you gotta do is not open the email or the message,
Exactly.
or
Report
hit
the case.
block.
Minor.
I just fucking block it. You
That
think it's a
too.
child, just block the communication immediately.
Mm-hmm.
This little kid's gonna get me into trouble. I better block this shit right now. I thought it was
It's
a
just
grown
an
man.
excuse. And the fact that he uses his sexuality as an excuse to do what he's doing.
Yeah. Right? Yes. Because I didn't have no one like me to teach me. Fuck. Thank God.
Right?
Okay.
I bet your feet look cute in socks. What about mine? Do my feet look cute?
Oh my God. Stop.
No.
He got pot leaves on his sock. So apparently he asked the kid, "Are you wearing socks or something?" And so the OP guy says, "Do my feet look cute in socks?" And he says, "Oh God, stop it." He got a foot fetish. Oh,
Bro, look at them. Are my feet cute? Huh. Is there anything I can do to make my feet better?
Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Ew.
Thomas,
You
you're
like to
into
lick armpits?
true crime.
oh, you're into true crime and you like to lick armpits. Oh shit.
Maybe I
Yes.
shouldn't have eaten before
Jeez.
we did the live.
Oh God. Yeah, he's gonna blame the victim blaming. It's ridiculous. I've tried to get, and he's gonna say he's gonna double down on it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got a YouTube channel? How many subscribers you got?
A few.
17,000.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dude, you think I didn't do my homework on my way over here?
Oh, you know those guys were smiling when they realized this guy they were talking to online, and they looked into him and realized he had a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
They should have immediately went to the fucking law, especially considering what
Yeah.
kind of channel he has.
Exactly. And the outreach.
Damn.
Yeah. I guess they didn't realize it was that big, but
I mean, maybe
if
it's
they
not
do their
anybody but
homework,
us in the
then,
community, but damn. I'd have I'd have made an example out of that shit. Maybe something will come of it still, but Lord, yeah, they did their homework there, Arctic. You got more than a few. You had 17,000
mm-hmm.
followers that you networked and got.
Yep.
Now that was just on YouTube, right? That doesn't account for the
Mm-hmm.
Facebook stuff, right?
Right.
Didn't
Right.
he have a pretty large Facebook profile, right? Because they're all on the fucking Facebook, especially all the missing people, personality creators
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And I'm not dissing that community. There's a lot of really good accounts in that
Right.
community. There's just as many shitty, just like in true crime, right?
Yeah.
And they all
Yeah.
appear to be a lot of them on Facebook. A lot of stuff on that Facebook thingy. Ugh.
It just
What
makes
is
you
it,
realize
YouTube?
and wonder how many are embedded like him.
Okay, remember, I'm glad you brought that up. Remember back in Madeline Soto's case, the person from
Mm-hmm.
the Reddit group
Mm-hmm.
that turned out to be a child
Yeah.
essayer, and they like just was in the group, and they got, yeah, it was a big thing,
Yeah.
and somebody finally outed this person as to who they really were, and they were a child offender, um, and so they will implement and embed themselves in these communities. And I've known about the stuff with the missing communities for a while because I do talk to a couple of families. And I know the story from the one, about how people would find out about her daughter being missing from the Facebook groups because there were so
Mm-hmm.
many on the missing. And then they take that information from the Facebook groups and they reach out to the families privately through Messenger most of the time. I know where your daughter is. I have information, but I'm going to need a payment of.
The scammers.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they have to get creative and not just go, "Oh my god, someone's got information." They're like, "No, no, no, you better bring receipts." And they can't
Right.
never produce a receipt along the way. So, there's always been a big problem with those types of groups. And this guy coming in and just even in the true crime community as a whole and being somebody at this level, right? They as capable
Mm-hmm.
of doing these kind of things or any kind of crimes, but presenting themselves one way on YouTube is it's done. I'm done with it. It's ridiculous. You're
Yeah.
scamming communities and the families is crazy.
Channel.
Huh?
What is it called?
And I don't know how many more kids you were actually communicate or attempting to communicate with, right? We don't even
Mm.
know if they
Or
would
trying to find them themselves
if they
is
would
a problem.
well, they looked at his damn devices. They
Mm-hmm.
might get a roadmap on some of it if there's anything there. I'm sure there has to be like something besides just the
Right.
communication with this decoy person.
Oh yeah. There's always a history. They don't stop.
Hmm.
And he's probably been doing it a
Yeah, I
long
mean, because the
time.
minute, like we've said, that if he thought he was 24, fine, but the minute you found out he wasn't, you stuck around.
Exactly.
And stuck
And then
around.
blame the kid. You're the adult, 50-year-old gross ass man.
Yeah, that's right, Simi. Grief scammers,
Mm-hmm.
just like the ransom note people. Yeah,
Yep.
batch number two. I'm still on the fence with batch number one.
Oh, right.
I'm not gonna say.
Arctic?
Arctic something? Okay.
Arctic something.
I'm not gonna
I'll get
say.
it
You
here.
don't have to.
Damn, dude, you might be doing a story about yourself here pretty soon, huh?
I'm not ever gonna talk to anyone online.
Hey, you didn't answer my question, man. Dude,
He said, "I'm not ever gonna talk to anyone online."
Liar. You'll
Mm.
reinvent yourself under another. You just won't show your face. And
He can't
then,
hide that voice. He can
mm-mm.
never go live. He can
Yeah.
never put his voice. He cannot hide that voice. This community will know that's him, and he knows it. He knows there's some people in this community you cannot fool, and you cannot get that. Just cannot do it. That's why he knew the minute this shit hit, Queen Bee was going to be all over it. That's literally what she does.
Hmm.
And the minute
What's so
she went,
crazy is
yeah,
that him and people like him, they stand there. These guys aren't police officers. Just like in the other video I watched, the same damn thing. The
and they
grown
just
ass
spill the
man in a
beans.
church, and they're just standing there, like
Yeah,
talking to them.
admitting
And
it.
because they're trying to convince you and manipulate you into thinking that they didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I
It's
think
their
that's the
MO.
nature. Yeah, I think that's the nature of the beast with so many criminals. Of all,
Mm-hmm.
they automatically think I can just explain it away
Yeah.
automatically. It's just an automatic thing that comes. And whether they stick to that or is different, right? Or that are they true narcissists? Or they just that's
It's,
their initial flight or
it's
fight
because
reaction.
this,
Um,
like this video I told you that I watched, it
uh-huh.
was a man in a church, and haven't finished watching the whole thing, but anyway, so they confronted him, and he's just standing there like listening first, he's barely saying anything, and so they're telling him what they have, and then his wife walks up, and he's like sweating, and he said something about him talking to a boy. Well, that was only 2 weeks ago, and his wife's standing right there drinking out of a cup. I would have, I swear, I would have just thrown that cup at him. And he went to another part of the building, and they followed him, and the wife wasn't there anymore. So I would have left too.
Oh hell, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
there's these guys come from all walks of life.
Yeah.
The predator types. They're different types of predators. You got these online guys like him that are willing to communicate with minors and maybe do a meetup. Eventually, it will come to that. They'll at least
Mm.
try it. There's no why else are you communicating, right? Um, in Madeline's case, Stefan was able to get in the door
Right.
and get into the house. There's a different level of these types of predators, um, and getting them caught and exposing them. And it, are there red flags? Like we even said with Stearns, right? What
Hmm.
red flags would you look for? We know Jen didn't observe any. If she did, she totally missed them when they were flying her face,
Yep.
like flying.
She dealt with him on a day to day basis, like in person. But this guy is
Yeah,
dealing with a community online. So
yeah.
you don't really see the day to day. You don't go to their house. You don't know what they're doing. So that's a little bit, different. It's harder for us that don't have the day to day with these people.
To know him, to see red
No, there's the red
flags,
flags, right?
to notice anything,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they're coming across as somebody who is just here to promote finding the missing and working to
Right.
advocate for that. There was never, I mean, it was always a little odd, right? Sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
all those things. Too mushy for me. I hurt feelings too easily. So, we never like like chilled or anything. I'm like, he's one of those. Like I said, he got all upset when Clue used that word, but so he was always that kind of guy to me. Very blamey everybody else but me kind of guy. Already by nature, that's going to be his baseline. He's
Right,
already
but
going to
not
blame everybody
this.
else. Yeah,
There was
he's going to
nothing
blame
showing
everybody.
this. Yeah.
Huh?
I said there was nothing that would lead us to think that he was this.
Yeah, I
Can you hear
know,
me?
Sydney. Yeah, I can barely. It's like you're cutting in and out. I don't know if I'm talking over you or if I can't hear you when you come into the conversation.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I had my thing out of my mouthpiece thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Simi says Jen's a desperate twit. Yeah. No, she didn't send it. Madeline, Jennifer wouldn't have noticed a red flag if we all flew in
Hit
the
her on the damn head.
if we all marched in front of her with a line of red flags. The bitch still never would have noticed them.
Nope.
She'd have been looked past them. Where's Stefan?
Yeah.
I need a nap. Where's Stefan? Fucking okay.
Where's
Okay.
my meds?
Stefan Stearns, take that.
Feet look good in these socks,
Yep.
man.
They look fine.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm glad I got your approval.
Glad I got your
Would you
approval.
like to lick my armpit? 'Cause
Oh,
it says right
girl.
here you like to lick armpits.
Enough.
You don't want to lick it?
No, stop.
I'm just going on. It says you like to lick
I'm
these.
telling you, this kid started this shit, and I tried to get rid of him, okay?
Oh, you did what, Bubba?
Hmm.
You've. Oh. Calling somebody a name like sick bastard's not like illegal. That's not a threat. That's just
Mm-mm.
that's a term of endearment. I could say bless your heart and mean the same fucking thing all the way from the deep south.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn, man.
Would want to lick the boy's armpit. This is a quote from you. I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely breaking me up talking about meeting at a hotel. So
Oh, see?
Mm. Yep.
He say breaking me up? Is that a new slang that this old lady knows nothing about? Thank God. I don't know anything about. I mean, I know what it meant.
Yeah.
That's not a term I've used to hearing to explain that.
Mm.
Wow. Because they were talking about meeting up at a hotel. So there you go. You're moving next level already into that conversation. What's next?
Yeah, maybe they should have had Chris Hansen there.
You've been priming yourself in the shower, boy. Are you ready now? Like, fuck what? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, guys.
But I wasn't done.
y'all were gonna meet at a hotel?
No, we're not going to meet at a hotel. If you read
Well, it
through,
says you were getting bricked up thinking about it.
if you read through everything, I told him we would have to
Touching
meet at a
yourself.
public place.
Nasty ass.
Okay.
If we
would
ever
take
met.
his socks off and
If we ever met, he says. Not when we're gonna meet. It was if we ever meet. Well, either way,
Yeah. It's
you
not no, we're not meeting. Get off my screen. No.
yeah. If we ever met.
rub his.
Okay, we're done.
We're done?
We're done.
Okay. Then we might be done, but you're not gonna be done.
Okay, what?
Stop touching yourself, dude. Fucking take a bath.
Look,
Nasty ass.
the chats are pretty concerning.
They are concerned.
Okay. So
But it's...
we hope that we can get this worked out with you instead of
Well, yeah,
bringing other
I mean,
people in.
basically...
I mean, you seem like an alright guy if you're really into true crime and all that, you know? That helps people, those journalists and
I
stuff like
told
that.
him 1,000 times I didn't want to have these types of conversations with him because I knew it was wrong to have that type of conversation with him.
He knew it was wrong to have that type of conversation with him. And he's trying to tell him not to have them with him. But here you are having them.
Yeah.
Okay, finish your story. Finish your cute story.
But he kept taking it there. I knew that, and this is the exact type of thing that...
Did you send anything to him? Any sexual stuff?
I sent him a picture of me with my shirt off.
Send him any videos?
No.
Ew.
Ugh.
Ew. Send him a picture of me with my shirt off.
Blech.
God dang.
Where's my Tums?
Lord help us all.
No porno videos.
Oh my God, I sent him links.
He didn't send him direct porn,
him,
whatever. But he sent him links.
To porn.
He sent him links to it. And watch this, buddy. This is how you do it. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
You know that's distributing porn to a minor?
No, I did not realize that.
Shouldn't that alone catch a charge?
Yeah.
Well, there's not a real boy. So therefore, no charge.
The intent is still there, though.
I don't know if
hopefully
that
they'll see
matters.
that.
It was not a real boy. If it had been a real boy and he dropped a link like that, automatic, exactly what he just said it would be. Now you're giving porn to a minor.
Well, I know someone that went to prison for years sending stuff to a fake person.
From an internet sting operation, probably.
Yep. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. That's the difference between a law enforcement sting versus these guys' sting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the problem, and that didn't happen here. Ugh.
No, there has to be something where they can work, like have direct contact to the people that do these rather than doing them themselves.
Yeah, but
Like
if they
they
had,
can look
yeah,
for it and then alert.
yeah.
So,
Really? You gave porn to a minor? What do you mean you didn't think of that? I've read through your chats. I did see you did not send your dick.
No.
That's great. Honestly, that's great. But you know what? Those videos you sent him are just as bad as if you sent your dick. Make sense? Huh?
I get it. I do. And like I said, I mean, I was trying to get rid of him. And
You want to go live on your YouTube channel real quick?
no, I do not.
Why not?
I'm not going to go.
I was trying to get rid of him. You want to go
trying.
live on your channel? No, I do not. Whip out your phone, Arctic, and let's go. That little live button. It's
I
right
don't
there.
think anybody believes this stupid shit of I was trying to. No, you weren't trying to do anything except groom this kid that you
Groom
thought
him.
was a kid.
Yeah, He was grooming him because he's sending him links. He's telling him what to do in the shower. He's telling him what to purchase to use when he performs acts, right? Talking about meeting up at a hotel. He's grooming this kid. So when he does meet up with him,
Yeah.
well, fuck, dirty bastard. He's not the only one out there.
And just kind of explain to them what's going on.
I'm not going to go live on my channel. In fact, after this, I'll probably delete my channel.
Yeah, it
He
probably
did.
would be good for me to be on your YouTube.
I'll probably delete my channel. Well, all of his socials. Twitter is still up, but he doesn't do anything on that Twitter. But everything else down right now. And his Facebook group was paused
I
for
think
what was it,
it
20?
still was right before we came
Yeah,
back. Came up.
it was due to be let up though, right? 24. It said a 24 5-hour pause, didn't it?
It said
And that was,
527 should be back up, but it wasn't.
but it wasn't. That's what I was wondering because it should have come back up by now if that was the case. He must have extended it. He's like, oh, it didn't blow over quite so quickly. Let me extend this downtime.
YouTube anyway.
Oh,
I'll probably get you banned.
I think it's back up.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go look at the. Let me go
Yeah,
check.
that pause thing isn't showing up anymore.
It was the group. Oh. There's no post since February. January, there's a.
Well, I'm not part of the group. You can just see.
Oh, I'd join up in there. I went all up
You didn't.
incognito. I know what's up. Um, I have to go look. I gotta go see what's up. I gotta do my recon.
Mm-hmm.
You never know where I'm at. You're not gonna see a salty sleuth anywhere.
Right.
I don't have no like alt account or none of that stupid shit. Not on the YouTubes. I just got my ways of doing things. But that's weird. February 27th. It was justice for Timmy D's.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
I've been banned over there.
Yes,
If I
but you'll
get on
be.
anybody's YouTube video, they're going to get banned. So, hey, let's kill two birds with one stone. You're going to end it anyway. Let's go live.
I don't even have any. No. But, I mean, I told him, I said, I don't want to have these conversations because this is the very type of thing that I was afraid was going to happen.
So then why did you continue?
He kept pushing it and pushing it.
You
And I know
are an
better. I
adult.
know I'm an adult.
Piece of shit.
He keeps pushing it, and I know I'm an adult, and that's where I stopped it. Dude, at this point, he doesn't even realize he was talking to a decoy, right? He still thinks
Mhm.
that he was talking to a damn 14-year-old kid, a little
Yeah.
boy. Sicko.
But I also, oh my God, and this is entrapment.
Entrapment, no, that's a law enforcement term, and I've done told you we are not law enforcement. You should know you're a little dusty on your crime shit, huh? Because I want you to look up entrapment and see what that means.
So were y'all like working with this kid or something to try to get...
His mother messaged my group and sent me all this shit that you've been sending her son.
Yeah, well, I guess her son said...
Oh, so are we blaming the son?
No, I'm not blaming the son. I mean,
Yes, you are.
He's in
Piece
a
of
world.
shit.
Right. So they have told him that this mother, contacted them, and it's her 14-year-old boy. And that's all made up at this point. But he is still not aware of that. I'm sure he is now after the fact. And the cops were made aware of that as well. And the last time I checked, the officers claim the DA is looking into to this, right? I guess to see if they're going to investigate or not. And I think I've got something saved about that.
The trouble as well.
He's probably getting his ass beat with the fucking snitching cord about like that one.
I mean, I can assure you it'll never happen again. That's for damn sure.
Well,
Like they're going to say, okay, cool. Glad we had this talk. Peace out. Mission accomplished. You won't ever do it again. Whew. What? Well, I bet you if they went back to their office and set up another, went back in there and
Oh
started,
yeah.
he'd be right back there doing it again, wouldn't he? Stupid.
you want to know what my question literally is? These cameras have been in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people's faces. All right?
Yeah.
How many of you fucking people are we going to have to throw in prison before y'all quit fucking with our kids?
I have never touched a kid, and I would
It
never...
don't matter. That's
Maybe.
just as bad, dude.
Yep.
You know,
Kids don't-
this day and age, a kid doesn't even have to leave their fucking house or bedroom to be victimized over online.
I know. I mean, there's people that... I mean, I've talked about it before on my channel even.
Oh, yes, you have.
Mm-hmm.
About the kids who are lured away from home and victimized by
We
someone.
went. He was. You know what? I just remembered.
What's
Okay,
that?
remember when we were going over Roblox? I think it was on, you know whose channel. We went
Dagos?
over the whole Roblox thing, and I
Yeah.
think he was on panel that day.
That was to
If
do
I'm
with
not
Sebastian,
mistaken.
right?
Talking about that.
So, little backstory there. She's talking about we were over on a panel over on Dago's True Crime, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's one of the times that I was, I think, on a panel with that guy. And we were talking about the Roblox, like you said, about
Mm-hmm.
the possibilities of Sebastian interacting with somebody online, regardless of what his parents saying about him not having access to, like the online world. Turns out he did, right? So we were
Mm-hmm.
exploring the possibility of meeting somebody online that maybe the parents didn't even know about. And of course, then you got to go into wouldn't it be on the devices once the TBI and all that shit got involved. But anyway, that's where that conversation come up because he claims he's always pushing the Roblox bad, right? Butterfly,
Yeah.
about predators getting on there and linking up with the kids and how dangerous it is. And now here he is doing the very thing he preached about on his channels, on his channel,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
These kids get lured out from Minecraft and all kinds of stuff online.
Uh-oh.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the
And
video.
I'd never lure a kid to
Video
my
acted
house.
out.
I'd never go meet up with a kid or anything.
You said that you wanted to go. You have family out there in Oklahoma City, and you would meet up with him. What are you talking about? You wouldn't going to go meet him?
I wasn't going to go meet him. I said if we ever did meet, which I wasn't going to, I was trying to just appease him.
Oh.
I said it would have to be in a public place, like the park or like a restaurant.
How are you going to prevent this from happening again?
I'm going to delete all the damn dating apps, and that's how I met him. He had a freaking dating app thing, and initially said he was 24. That's how
What
this whole
was the
stuff
app?
started.
What was the app? Or do you know?
I don't even remember the app.
Okay.
I
You
know,
do
He
remember?
didn't tell us. I just was wondering what it was.
but
Did it start with an A?
I don't even remember. I honestly
Well,
don't.
what all dating apps are you on?
Yeah.
I'm on one called Tammy. I'm on one called Meet Me. I think his profile was on that one too. I'm on a few.
You know what though? This ain't the first boy that you've talked to, because almost a year ago, another mother sent me a fucking profile on you, dude. And I'm pretty sure it was from that Tammy app, dude.
No, because I've only had that app for like a month.
Well, it might.
You know what?
He's trying to get him to
No. That
say something else.
Arctic thought about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that guy mentioned the Tammy app, he's like, no, it couldn't have been there. I ain't been on there that long. So where did you think it was, Arctic?
Mm-hmm.
Because no, dude, you thought about that one for a minute. It's not as easy to link up with these children as you think it is. Where are you going to take one once you get it? You going to kidnap it? Are you going to meet at the park and go get lunch and get to a hotel and get them back to the park before mom ever knows they're gone? What are we doing here? How are we getting these kids from their home without kidnapping them?
You lure
Right?
them out. Yep.
I mean, I know how you lure them out, but what are you
Yeah.
going to do with them once you get them out? You got to take them somewhere to do the acts. And then you
Mm.
got to decide, am I going to let them go back home like nothing's happened? We're all good here. What are you doing? Are you kidnapping? So if he's talked to other kids before, you're not going to be able to get all the way to them to meet them until you stumble
Mm-hmm.
right across the right one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Stearns when he
Keep
found,
trying and keep trying.
right. It's like Stearns when he stumbled across Jen, the
Yep.
perfect mother to pull this off with. Right?
Because they never stop. They never get better.
They just improve their tactics.
We need that Louisiana law in all the states everywhere.
Been something else, but you look very familiar.
No.
That you're.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's see. Okay. I'll take it down for a minute. That's mostly a lot of that. There's still a lot of that left, but they're just going to go back and forth with him. I'm going to pull it back up. They end up calling the police. Um, he thinks they're not going to call the cops for whatever reason. They tell him they're not or whatever. They do, and then the cops come and they go talk to him, and they talk to the guys, and one of the cops. So on the way to to go meet the guy in the garage just now, Arctic, they get pulled over by a cop. The cop lets them go. Well, then when the cops show up, one of the cops was one of the ones that pulled them over. They're like cool with that guy, but the other one apparently um, took issue, right, with them
Mm-hmm.
even being there, like button heads or whatever. So there was a little thing going on there. I don't even know what happened in the end. If they're like took all their information and said, okay, but I did read that everything was being handed over because
Right.
they got to do an investigation, period. Great, you hand me all this stuff, but you're handing me a conversation with a fake individual. So now what do we do with this? You know what I mean? They got to go now figure that out at the DA's office.
Yep.
Okay, so let me get it to that part where
If you need me to drop down so it'll play better, let me know.
I don't think that really shouldn't be a problem. Let me get this to where which one was I using? Let's see. Oh, I know where it's at.
Simi, we've been cussing since we heard about this.
Oh, Lord. Let me put that on the watch later list, too.
Let me drop down and see if it'll play better, and then if it
I haven't
does.
pulled it back up yet. Okay.
Okay.
No, I was doing something else. I saw something else I had to add to my. It's me. I'm taking my time. I'm doing something. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. In that particular video, we were looking at the cops weren't they that video cuts off before the cops get there. So when the cops do come, they don't arrest him. There's nothing to arrest him on, I guess, at that point. So they're, as far as I know, taking it all to the DA. Let me pull up where I read something about that, and we'll. 'Cause I do have something else to show you guys. Let's see. It would be under keyboard. Come here, keyboard. Okay, here. Let me see if this is.
Yeah, I think that one cop that confronted them and said it was so irresponsible for them to do that or something like that. And then he threatened to take him to either arrest him because he was cussing so much.
Well, he might have, he can threaten him for cussing, but he ain't gonna get nowhere. Um,
Yeah.
and as far as, I mean, they're gonna have beefs with each other, and I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't feel like I feel weird trying to even think one because I feel some type of way by both. I
Right.
think both parties could have handled that whole thing a
Hmm.
whole lot better, considering there really could have been a child.
Right.
Just because there technically wasn't, y'all need to stop it. Those egos have entered the room, and they need to sit the
Hmm.
fuck all the way down. I'm not putting up with it. Phone calls too. Yes, we have one of the phone calls um, where the OPP guy calls the Arctic guy. There's a couple of phone calls, I think,
Hmm. I
but
think there's
we have one of
three.
them. I think there's two or three. I
Yeah.
know on Queen. So if you go to, all right, did we drop
Yeah, we dropped the link to the
OPP's
one video. So if you go to
OPP?
that page, there'll be more. Yeah.
But also Queen Bee from YouTube is also on Kick, and she's got a show too right now that have all of this in there, right? All of this content that
Yeah, I'll find hers and share it as
yeah,
well.
it's Queen Bee's got some numbers behind it. I was on there
Yeah.
today reviewing. Okay,
Yep.
find that one for us and drop it in the link, and let me get over here to what I was doing. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you go. You go ahead. I'll take care of this.
Okay. Okay, which one of these? The first one. Okay. Yeah, the Facebook group was back up. Now let me look. Okay. Oh, I see what it did. It just grabbed a whole post and. Okay, it was a account called Want News 24 on Facebook, I guess.
Never heard of it.
I have no idea. But here's what it's like. So it says, this is literally the first thing I saw after waking up this morning, and I'm still trying to process it. Because the person at the center of this story is someone many people in the true crime community will recognize. A YouTuber known as Arctic Fox True Crime, a channel that built its reputation talking about missing children, about bringing kids home, about raising awareness for families searching for awareness. But tonight, that entire image has been shattered because Arctic Fox allegedly been caught in a predator sting operation. And the moment the news broke, his YouTube channel reportedly disappeared. If you search for it now, it's gone. According to the group behind the sting, they run operations where they post decoy profiles online posing as underage teenagers. The goal is simple: identify adults who attempt to initiate inappropriate conversations with minors. In this case, the decoy profile was posing as a 14-year-old boy, and according to the group's claims, Arctic Fox allegedly began communicating with that account. What followed, they say, were disturbing conversations, suggestions, and even explicit links that no adult should ever be sending to a child. The group eventually confronted him directly at his home, recording the interaction. And during that confrontation, the YouTuber tried to defend himself. At one point, he insisted that he never monetized his channel, saying he wasn't trying to make money from stories about missing children. And he never did monetize his YouTube. But I feel like there might have been reasons behind that because he never got offered that monetization. And
Mhm.
so he needs to be honest with people. Even if you got 17 subs, 1,000 subs, whatever. The bigger issue was this, is what he claims. Because a lot of those missing accounts will tell you, we don't monetize. Well, how are you going to support advocacy if you don't monetize, right?
Mhm.
That's the way I look at
Donations? I'm
that.
not sure. Yeah.
Well, I guess you get
I'll
donations, but I'm
talk.
like, being logical. They do it. They say it for a reason. I have
Mhm.
more clout because I'm not monetized. Like the people that say true crimers are grifters. Don't give them your money, but give it to me. The fucking what are you doing, right?
Mhm.
It's that angle they choose, and I noticed it a long time ago with some of these missing accounts. They always wanted to emphasize how they were not monetized. I don't do it for the money, and nobody asked you if you did. Like if you're running a show, you're going to get ad roll revenue regardless. Nobody can help that if you're signed up, and that is where 90% of your money's coming from, unless people are just slinging money at you all night. Otherwise, you're getting it from ad revenue, and everybody fucking knows it. This creator, okay? I'm being
Right.
honest. I've never lied to y'all. I don't even see the point in it, right? And if
Mhm.
you're getting ads, it's because you don't have YouTube Premium. This I can't help it, you know. I have it, so I try to cut it as much down as possible. But for everybody, but it is what it is. But to come out and double down on why I don't, it just was icky. And I feel like if I was a true advocate and I had monetization on and I didn't want, or need to earn money from that, I could use that to fund different things and the community would know about. There's just a lot you could do. This is
Yeah.
the way I thought about that why not take advantage of that if it's available, if it's going to help. But they will tell you they're not monetized. So it's just a thing they fucking do for some reason. Kind
Yeah.
of like those other channels that tell you we're grifters, don't give us money. Well, today I'm a true crimer, so it doesn't matter. But yesterday I was not. Anyway, but the predator hunters weren't buying it. So because to them the bigger issue wasn't money, the bigger issue was this: a man who publicly positioned himself as someone helping protect children, exactly, and was allegedly communicating inappropriately. What did I skip past it? I messed myself up. I did. I was like, oh, okay. In those conversations, they claim he continued interacting with the account, giving advice and discussing things that many people will consider deeply inappropriate. That was once he found out he was a 14-year-old boy, allegedly, right? So
Mhm.
eventually, police were called.
Uh-oh.
I think it's fine now.
You're back.
Yeah, it bleeped out for a second. Okay, so it just goes in. I'm trying to find the. Did the sting expose a predator, or did it potentially compromise a case that should have been handled by police from the start? Regardless where people stand on vigil anti stings, one thing is clear: the story has shaken the true crime community because Arctic Fox had built a following of around 17,000 subscribers while posting videos about missing children and victim advocacy. If the allegations are true, that contradict. And see, that's the main part. That's one of the biggest things right there, right? Um,
Yep.
that but the fallout is already massive. The channel is gone, videos are disappearing, and a true crime community is now left asking very uncomfortable questions.
It just
How do
makes
we
you
really,
rethink everything. It's
well,
crazy.
right? How do you really know who, you know, let's see, what do
It's
they,
genuine.
well, I think a lot of us feel it in a lot of ways right off the bat, but when it's harder with with social media because you don't have
Yeah.
that person to person interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're an energy person, you to feel a vibe or to pick up on something, you might go, "Oh, I don't know," or maybe get taking your time to get to know people. Getting to know people, I think, is the key. And even when you think you do, like a lot of these
Yes.
channels and people that trusted him thought they knew because he presented himself in such a way that was trustworthy,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Before he got all mad at Clue and got his feelings hurt. So there was a lady though. So going back to this lip lock account,
Oh yeah, that's right.
let's look at that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she goes back before Duchess. Okay, because I know he was a mod for Duchess, right? So remember when I mentioned that he said he was? I saw on TikTok a clip where he was upset about Summer Wells, Summer Wells, Summer Wells, right? Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
about Summer Wells. This lady is going to talk about that. And that was after I saw that on TikTok that I saw this. I was like, well, so he's a drama queen. Gotcha. Gotcha. It was already obvious
Right.
because of what I'd seen. This kind of lip lock no more. I know who she is. I have not a clue. I actually ran across this by accident today. When I did, I typed in like Arctic Fox True Crime or whatever. You know what I mean? Just trying to see what was out there, kind of doing some recon, and she popped up. I was like, "Who's this lady?" And I listened, and I was like, "Oh, it's interesting." We have the phone call too, allegedly speculating. Came into the chat at the top before we ever went live. She was in somebody else's chat before we were live talking about this. I don't remember who it was now. Anyway,
I'm gonna drop the link to that video that you have up there.
okay. So allegedly has a second channel I didn't know about. Allegedly Krama. And so she uploaded the video of one of the phone calls there. And so we'll take a look at that in a few minutes as well. And it's that guy pretending to be the kid. And like he videos the whole thing. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's old Lip Lock No More. This is one of those videos where you really don't want to make the video. I shouldn't say you. I really don't want to make the video. But after some personal reflection and some thought, I've decided to go ahead and make a statement regarding the former YouTuber known as Arctic Fox. Now, if you hang out in this community and associated communities of YouTube, you will already know who I'm talking about. I will not be replaying anything. I'm just making a statement. In the early days of my channel,
I had to speed her up, man.
I want to say probably in 2022.
Is that okay? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I had to speed her up because she's talked super slow. I mean, if I need to speed somebody up, that's saying something because my ears have to compute what I'm hearing. Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because of where my computer was set up at the time. Sorry, yeah. As I said, I really don't want to make this video, but I feel like I should. So I believe it was in 2022, for a very short period of time, Arctic Fox, a fellow Arkansan, was a mod on my channel. At the time, just about the only thing I talked about was Summer Wells. I I can't give you specific time frames. It's been too long. But during that time, I was made aware by a fellow YouTuber, a woman that I hold in high regard. I adore her and I respect her work here on the tubes in regards to the missing. I was made aware by her, and I'm not going to name her because I don't have the permission to do so, although it has been said in live chats in the last 12 to 18 hours or so. I was made aware by this fellow YouTuber, the female, that Arctic Fox had paid $500 to someone to dox the creator.
Now,
Wow.
when did she learn about that? A long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, got away from him, cut ties, whatever I'm assuming it happened. But if he's willing to pay somebody $500 to
Wow.
another individual, why, first of all, do you need to do that? You're a missing persons advocate. They got a bigger following. Are you that fucking petty and jealous? And and then remember all that doxing that was going on at
Yeah.
Special? Remember, how dare he?
Mm-hmm.
How dare he? Because we know shit.
Yep.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? Did I read the comments
Of
under
course.
this video? Simi, are they enlightening? Ooh.
I immediately took his wrench with no explanation, I beg your pardon, and severed any and all association with him. From time to time, I would go to the Arctic Fox channel, rarely but occasionally, because he was talking about missing children. And on those occasions, I was completely creeped out. I had a sick feeling in my gut every time I would listen to him, and I didn't know why.
The more he carried on about things, yeah, there was just that one little thing you couldn't put your finger on.
Mm-hmm.
That one little thing, right?
Yep.
And you just couldn't. Yeah.
Hindsight.
Yeah. I mean, at least I felt it enough. I never chilled with that dude, right? Or done any kind of work, even with Tiffany's case. Anything. I never.
Yeah.
Something always I'm good over here. I'll support from afar. I'm not supporting you so much as I'm supporting the missing. Right? Was
Right.
the way I had to look at it because I'm not going to jive with everybody. So that was, because I support the cause doesn't mean you know what I mean. I wasn't doing it because I supported him. I don't even fucking know him at that point, right?
Yeah.
Now I know. Now let me say something about the vigilante group, OPP, Oklahoma Predator Prevention. It's a double-edged sword. Now, with the caveat that had I been the mom or a mom, I would call law enforcement directly. I don't even know how this all came to be. Because the man from OPP was posing as a 14-year-old boy on the internet, on a dating site, and on the phone with Arctic Fox, I don't know if there was a real boy.
There wasn't, lady. Calm down.
But I do know this.
People were really worried that it was a real boy, right? Even on Chasing, when she finds out in real time, when OPP guy comes into her chat to tell her, that's a decoy situation. She's like, oh, thank God. I was like, damn. People thought that was a real child involved, and they're not going to tolerate that mess.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that OPP has exposed an alleged child predator. Arctic Fox is 50 years old. And regardless of whether or not he was speaking to a real boy he thought he was.
Exactly. And I think that's where a lot of us sit right now, even with the legalities that could or couldn't be
Hmm.
involved, is he thought he was talking to a 14-year-old and still thought all that was appropriate.
And he didn't say that it wasn't ever him.
So I bet, did we link her video?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, y'all can watch her whole video, but I wanted to get that beginning, right? That little backstory there, that 2022, where he was tired of the Summer Wells people in the case. And like, what, Summer Wells ain't worth finding, dude. You're mad because people are looking for Summer Wells. So he decides to go be there for all the missing. Well, it's hard to be there for all of them because there's so damn many.
Right.
You have to, you know, I'm not saying like you got to pick, but the channels that dedicate themselves to the missing and to really advocate for that don't need this shit no more than
No.
true crime people channels. We didn't need all that shade thrown at us over some Lauren Matthias bullshit either, but we
Right.
caught hell, for it in the beginning of all that. All them big bad true crimers we keep warning you about, they grifters, it's across the board in a lot of communities, but
Oh yeah.
it's a hit to
There's always
that.
going to be bad people and
Yeah,
infiltrating themselves into people trying to do the right thing and do it the right way.
exactly, doing it the right way, and that's a hit on the community that does advocate for the missing,
Hmm.
when that's all they do, like dedicated, channels to that, and to social media accounts that are dedicated to it, because
Hmm.
it takes a lot to keep going when somebody's missing. I
Right.
mean, you know what I mean? Look at Bonnie's situation with Danielle. It's this ongoing thing. It's never gonna. Savannah Guthrie and her family. It's never gonna fucking end. No matter how pretty we want to make it, she's gonna return to NBC soon. It's all gonna go back to normal. There's never gonna be another fucking day of normal in their lives.
Yeah.
Can we all give them the grace to understand that for a damn minute, instead of pressuring Savannah to go back and pretend everything's great so we don't got to have an uncomfortable conversation when we enter the room? Don't do it for them, Savannah, if you're listening, because society has a weird way of doing that to people. It's more comfortable for them when you return to normal after being traumatized.
Right.
We got to stop that in society. We just do.
Hmm.
That's a lot to put on somebody's shoulders to return to normal so you feel better.
Exactly. Because once it's your turn to be in that situation, you wouldn't want to be put on you.
Mm-mm. Fucking weirdo. Okay. Um, Feeling the vibes are real. It's hard, Simi, at first in this
Hmm.
space to pick up on those because we're not face to face and we can't get that
You want
energy,
to give people
from the
the
same.
benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
Well, we do. We give them the benefit
Hmm.
of the doubt. We base what we see, and to me, what I've learned is it takes a little bit longer in this space
Yeah.
to feel people out simply because we are interacting through devices.
And then even then, I mean, look how long he's been doing. I mean, no telling how long he's been doing what he's doing, and it's just now coming to light, just on a fluke of somebody exposing him.
And there were a lot of channels that embraced him and paneled him for a
Hmm.
long time, um, and gave him the space to share missing. True crime channels were doing it, bringing him on and giving him
Yeah.
the floor to bring attention to the missing and his Amber Alert cause that he was involved with. And so it's a real slap in the face to that community. It's a slap in the face to the missing period,
Yeah.
when you go off and you do this shit. Let me pull up that video that allegedly turned me on to here that she has up. She's like, "It's so far I haven't gotten struck for it. It's still up." I'm like, I think it's fine because
Hi, Hawkeyes.
I think it's fine, right? Because it's not his content.
Yeah.
As long as we're not threatening anyone,
Out loud anyway.
we can talk smack. But it's freedom of speech and
Can't
all that.
tell you what's. I can't say what's in my head though. For people
Well,
like that,
I
across the
just
board.
I'll just say the name out loud, huh? Stephon Stearns. He felt that one that time. If you know, you know.
On that barrel, that's all I gotta say.
There she goes again being crazy. Okay, the phone call, right? Where'd it go? Okay, okay. I thought I saved it. Let me go to her channel and grab it real quick. Allegedly Krama. Like I didn't even know she had that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, before you start it, I'm gonna have to drop down, but I'll be
Okay.
in chat.
Um. Okay. Before you go, well, thank you for coming up. Is hubby home
Thank you for
now?
having me. Oh yeah, he's been home, but he has to be up at 4:30 in the morning, so
Oh no.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
late evening and an early morning, never
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Never
Mm-mm.
good. Well, thank you
No.
for coming up and
Thank
hanging
you
out
for
with
having
us.
me.
And we'll
I'll be
see
in
you down
chat.
there in chat. Okay.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
girl. No, thank
Bye.
you. All right. All right, guys. She's going to join you guys in chat for the evening. All right. So we're going to review. This is the OPP, I guess, Author Kick channel. And we have this video up on YouTube. And this is them now. Like I said, they're posing as a 14-year-old boy talking to him on the phone. And he's down with the conversation, apparently. Hang on.
For like 40 stuff. There's several companies. Yeah, I think I've seen those. A few people.
Okay. Mm. Hang on, let me get it to the beginning. I thought I did. Sorry.
Oh my god. I had to do laundry and then I went down a rabbit hole. Went down a rabbit hole about what? I was watching a YouTuber playing Roblox. Oh. I'm still watching this damn weather. Poor Tulsa got slammed. Yeah. Yeah. My mom keeps calling me, and I mean, I think we're pretty good now. Yeah, I think y'all are out of the danger zone. It's heading towards our direction, but they said it won't get here until around 10, 11 o'clock. Well, you better be safe. I will. Do you have a storm shelter? I've got a safe room. What is that? Sounds kinky. Oh my god. No, it's basically, instead of being underground like a storm shelter, it's above ground, but it's a room with no windows or anything that's supposed to be safe for tornadoes. Yeah, I think I've seen those. A few people in my neighborhood have those. Is it like, is it by Oz? Say what now? Is the company Oz? Like Wizard of Oz? There's several companies that do them. I don't know who did ours, but... Oh. Well, like, all the ones I see here, they all have, like, this, like, tornado logo, and it says Oz. We get tornado warnings all the time here, and my parents have had this house for, like, 40-some years, and in the whole time they had the house, I think there's been one tornado, and it didn't hit the house, it just did some damage to the cars. So I'm not super worried about it.
Hey, so Hawkeyes, welcome in, hun. So this we're watching Oklahoma Predator Prevention over on. They have a Kick channel, and they do these stings for these predator stings. And they were running one and posing as a 14-year-old boy, and an account began to communicate with this 14-year-old boy. Turns out when they go to introduce themselves at this guy's house, he is a YouTube creator, well known in the missing advocacy community, known as Arctic Fox True Crime. And I knew of him before this stuff right here happened, knew of him from that community. A lot of people on the YouTube did.
Did you miss me?
And this guy is, like I said, he's posing as the 14-year-old boy now in a phone call they did with the Arctic Fox guy.
I told you I did. I know.
And if you go back and catch the replay, we've already reviewed some of the they filmed body cam of them going to his home and talking to him in the garage and him pretty much admitting to all of this. It's pretty sick stuff. We've dropped the links to everything in the chat, the kick channels, all the content where you can find all of it in detail, but it's graphic, guys.
It just makes me feel good to hear you say it. Yes, I missed you. Oh. I missed you. Well, that's sweet. I've been here. I've been waiting for you to text all day. I know. Fridays are like my busiest days with school. I can imagine. I remember when I was in school, Fridays were pretty busy for me too, so. Is it even raining there right now?
Hawkeye, yeah, the guy on the screen is from the Oklahoma Predator Prevention team. That's one of the guys. And the other voice you hear on the phone is the Arctic Fox True Crime Channel guy. Thomas is his first name. Jenny, I'm so sorry that happened. You talked for a year before you ever met. You just never know, man. Especially with the people we meet online. And I hate to say that because we're all of a community of online friends, right? I have a very small amount that I'll talk to privately. And like that's a really, I could probably fit them in one hand, right?
I don't know. I can't. I haven't even looked outside. Do you want me to? I mean, you can. You don't have to. Hey, Google. Is it raining right now?
It's 69 degrees and mostly cloudy in Oklahoma City right now, so there's no active rain.
No rain. Huh, y'all got lucky. But it's been like kind of wet all day. Yeah. I think we got like some sprinkles earlier, but that was about it. My mom was all, I don't know if we should go to the beauty shop. I'm like, Mom, it's not going to get bad. We go to the beauty shop.
So for some reason,
Yeah,
right through
it's
there,
been like moist.
right through there, it's all like connection's bad or something. But he's complaining about his mom wanting to go to the beauty shop and like there's storms coming or whatever. Now he's about to get a little graphic right here. Just fair warning.
I said I like that. It's funny how when you talk to certain people, they can make your. Oh my God! Don't tell me you're moist. Is it? Oh my God!
So that what the fuck? And what if that was a girl, even, right? A 14-year-old girl communicating with a grown man, saying these things to a child, regardless of their orientation, is fucking sick bastards. And sit there and laughing about it, getting moist. What the fuck? What are you doing? And he not get a clue about this dude's voice being a little off? I'm just saying. I'd have been like, what's up with your voice? Are you throwing your voice right now? Because you sound a little weird. You know what I mean? What?
Man. Oh, I wouldn't mind. Oh, you got all your laundry done?
Yeah.
That's good. Huh. So do you wear boxers or briefs or boxer briefs or what?
So now he's asking the 14-year-old boy what kind of boxers or briefs he wears. What's that got to do with anything?
Like, they're like boxers, but they're like tight.
That sounds interesting.
What do you wear?
Boxer briefs.
That's like the tight ones, right? Like mine?
Yeah, yeah.
And if I like wear like sweatpants or something, I might not wear underwear sometimes.
I can't blame you, and I probably wouldn't mind seeing that.
Oh, okay. So he wouldn't mind seeing that. Walking around in your sweats without drawers on. Ew. I mean, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? It's like I forgot butterflies. I'm waiting for her to respond. Like, oh yeah, she's gone. I'll be talking to myself now. Hey y'all. um, my God. So for any predator to be talking to any minor child in this manner is so inappropriate, and we just not going to be here for it. Especially when you come into a true crime or missing person community and pretend to be this advocate for children. But yet here you are, an absolute child predator, fake or not, you thought it was real. Jesus. This should show everybody how sick of a world we actually live in. Stefan wasn't the only one. Remember when I said that back in the day of covering that case? The saddest part about it was he wasn't the only one, and it was happening again right now somewhere to another little child as we speak. Y'all go see what them babies are doing real quick on the online. We'll hold for y'all.
Well, maybe I'll wear sweatpants when we see each other.
What are you wearing right now?
Oh,
Basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
the sickest question of all. The oldest, most pathetic question of all. What are you wearing right now? Ask me that, grown man. That So he's just mentoring this boy, right? Because he didn't have nobody to mentor him growing up down here in the South. We was so mean to him.
What are you wearing?
Just a pair of blue jeans.
Come on back down here to the dirty South, baby. Come on, Bubba.
And no underwear?
Oh, no.
It's perfect this time of year. That's what I meant by that. The weather's great. Yeah.
Well, I've got my boxer briefs on.
You don't have a shirt on?
No.
I bet your neck hard.
No, it's not cold in the house.
Oh. I thought they like got hard whenever like you got.
No, mine don't. They only get hard when they're cold.
Your just gets moist.
Oh no, mine gets hard when I get.
Well, I mean, that's anybody, right?
Yeah, but like if I'm super, it'll start leaking.
Oh my god, really?
Oh God, my fucking ears. Sorry, y'all. Oh man, Jesus. I cannot unhear some of this shit now. Like I can never unsee that one picture I saw. My God, I gotta take a moment. Yeah, we got some golf courses around here. We got other things too. I live in a very interesting place. We got it all. Very interesting place. Mm. Oh my God, really? Yo, the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, Simi. Oh.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. I mean, I'm watching the weather, but now I'm thinking about your sweatpants.
Oh my
Oh.
God. What would you do if I was wearing them?
Well, I wouldn't be able to stop staring more than likely to figure out how big it was.
Oh, oh God. Okay. We might have had to hurt enough. Jesus Christ, my ears. Thank God I got a decent watch later list to get cleanse my palate. Where's my smudge? Motherfuck. Gonna make me cuss and shit. Ah, Semi sharp, we do, don't we? She got that Louisiana swamp gator shit going on. I got the Florida swamp gator. We got you covered. Don't come between our territories. Right, Simi? We know what's up. Got the wood chipper. We got some hog pens. I got the Gulf. I got the rivers. I got the black bears. Yeah. Well, the black bears aren't too aggressive here. They just want what they want out of the garbage can and possibly your little dog and ask you to stop building in their territory. Um, they just wreak havoc in the yard. So far, it happens all the time. Pack of wolves, right? The coyotes. We can send them down there to Tucson where all them fucking coyotes are hanging out at. I mean, like there's not just a pack of them bitches. I think they all went that way at one time. Even mine from down here in Florida. So we've got to go to Tucson for a minute. We'll be back. Jesus. Ooh, the mountain lions. They don't play, do they? And they'll stalk, won't they? Won't the cat family, they'll stalk their prey. Yes. Let's send them somewhere where they get stalked and terrorized. Mm-hmm. That's what we want. That's what we want right there.
Oh my God. It
Although the gator tearing somebody apart's a pretty aggressive thing to see. Or at least I've seen it tear apart meat. I've not seen it. I've not seen a gator eat a person yet. Um, but I know the stories.
what if it wasn't that big though?
I thought it isn't everything.
Because I'm still growing.
Well, I know. Like I said, size isn't everything.
Rachel, y'all got the Loch Ness monster? Jesus, her lake is so deep they can. Wait a minute. Our lake is deep enough to test submarines. Heck yeah, some deep ass waters.
Trust me, I've been with some people that are a lot or so.
Oh my.
What? Oh, what? Who'd want to? I don't know. Who'd want to?
God. Yeah, I don't think I'm like that small.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know. Like, probably like 3.5.
I mean, that's not bad.
Look at that guy's face. 3.5, and he says that's not bad. Farq, that's right. You can send the kangaroos, right? We can watch them box. Fuck it, they're mean.
What are you?
Between 5.5 and 6.
Oh.
Holy shit.
No. No. No, fuck no. No, fuck. I'm It's not funny in reality, but no, dude. Fuck no.
When you put that.
Yeah, that's not that big. That's average, honestly.
No, that's big.
No,
No, you think about eating like a foot long or a 6-inch sub from Subway. That's kind
Uh-uh.
of big.
okay, but they're also okay.
Oh God, no. I cannot eat Subway anymore now. Lord knows I like me a good sub. Jesus. Oh Lord, this might have been a mistake.
I've been with guys that have.
Uh, oh my God. Oh God dang. Y'all believe that?
Like, how do you
Oh,
like? Oh my god! Like when you, how does it work if they're like so big?
you just get used to it. I mean, my ex, I could take him.
Oh shit. I, oh, okay. I think I've heard enough of that, guys. The phone calls on their kick channel thingy. That gets pretty graphic, right? And I don't know, YouTube might get me in a lot of trouble. But that shit is sick. And that's the kind of guy out there promoting himself to an entire community and to all these families that I'm trying to help find your missing people, your missing child, and using that as a way to also make himself feel better about who he is and sitting there in mom's house on the computer, getting accolades from people for being a part of the true crime, or not true crime, but the the missing advocacy of it all, and bringing people into that with emotion. You know what I mean? It's a slap in the face to that entire um, work being done over there. I don't appreciate it, especially when I have two local cases of missing girls near and dear to my heart that are part of the what he's presented in the past, right? Shows he's done before and missing he's promoted. And the reach he had on Facebook was much larger than here on YouTube. And there's a lot of creators I've noticed right now that are speaking out against him and are calling it out, but they're having to do it over on Kick. Like I said, he did strike Queen Bee, but because things got heated and things were said on the live that uh, were taken, it was bullying, harassment, those kind of things. It wasn't just because she played what we were reviewing. It's not his content to strike, it's OPP's. So that was why that happened. But there are a few creators calling it out. Some are doing it on YouTube, some are doing it on Kick. But there's quite a few that were very entangled with this guy who have been radio silent. And I'll leave it at that because I know who you are. And I've looked for a statement or anything, and it's radio silence. And I actually stumbled upon an old friend quite by accident in my recon work. I was like, I knew she couldn't have went far. Damn it, man. I knew she didn't go far. I left her a comment. I hope she sees it. WSU, are you listening? I had FARQ. I have no idea either. Butterfly and I have wondered that when that happened, right? Because we stopped watching probably around the same time you did, honestly, because we were all around when some shit was going down, right? And I think we stopped watching right around the same time you probably did. And then when we were talking the other day, we were like, him and another creator kind of like disappeared from that world over there in Dago streams, right? We don't know why, what happened. But like I said, other creators also have mentioned noticing that for the past year, Arctic's not been real active on his socials, right? But no one knew why. It's not, well, I don't know when this actually even occurred, Butterfly, do you know when this stuff right here occurred? It was just coming out on YouTube, on the OP's channel on Kick. So it's very recent, but don't know why because he had told everybody that, he had to take care of his mom, that family stuff was going on or something, and that's why he hadn't been around for the past year. But um, he was around a lot before then. And it's just like when you do something, when you're such a big part of a community and people do put trust in you, I don't know. It's crazy. It's like we can't be too careful, and it makes us have to realize, oh my God, we really can't be too careful, which is sad, but that's the ways of the world. But I don't really know when they parted ways over there or why, to be honest. Oh, a couple days ago, yeah, on their Kick account. So we did drop the links to all that, guys. Like I said, a Kick account is free. You just go sign up. I guess create your logins and your password and all that, your screen name, and then you can go over there and watch live streams. Because we are allowed to do and say that I have a Kick account, but I have not live streamed from Kick. There's a lot you can do over there you cannot do on YouTube. Um, so a lot of us already have Kick accounts because we go there on. Sometimes we go for Publicly Buzzed. There are other channels that are doing things from over there as well. So I have my account for those reasons, but it's super easy to do. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've done this before, unfortunately. I've had to come on and talk about this is the third time, actually, that I didn't have to do anything, but I've wanted to come out and talk about somebody like this in the community that needed to be exposed for the BS, right? And it's sad that it has to be that way, that now 3 years in, basically 4 years into true crime community world, and it's like, what? And there's a few that I already have to side eye and keep a check on, right? There's some I've learned to put absolutely in their lane and leave them be. And then there's people like the predators that come in and infiltrate the world. I draw the line when it comes to the kids. Yeah, he claimed he was looking after his mom, right? So we don't know to the extent of that, or if that's true, or what the facts are behind it. But coming out and presenting yourself one way and then doing that shit right there, and saying those nasty things and talking about it so explicit to what you think as a child. And how you think you're going to talk yourself out of it. Like, well, I didn't know at first, but then I knew, and then I tried to get rid of him, and he just kept coming back. And so you got a little kid coming to your door from next door every day and wanting to come into your house, and you're just going to be like, nah, this is not a good idea, but okay, since you say so, little kid. No, you are the adult. You're supposed to have better judgment and be the shot caller, not the child. You fucking weirdo. Try that shit with somebody else. We're not putting up with it. So we'll have to wait and see if any charges. Like I said, no charges have been filed. People are looking and trying to figure all that out. But when they did call the police did not arrest him because the only evidence they had before them at that moment was these Oklahoma predator prevention people saying, we were posing as a 14-year-old boy and communicating with him, and here's the communications that we had. And as sick as it may be, they couldn't arrest him on the spot. So hopefully the DA's office has that information, and I don't know what they can do moving forward with it. I honestly don't know. Like Butterfly had mentioned, they have other videos on their Kick channel that do result with arrest. And she said she had watched one right before we went live, but she didn't watch all of it. But that one resulted in an arrest. I don't know what was different. What evidence did they have? What was different about the department that was willing to work with them? There's a lot to look into as far as that goes. So I'm just learning about these Oklahoma predator prevention people. We appreciate what they're doing right there, but at the same time, y'all might have wanted to think that through a little bit and maybe get some evidence on the guy. I don't know. I don't know what they expected the cops to do. They should actually know and be aware of what is required by law for cops to act when they're called to a situation they're about to go approach. They should know a little bit about that, in my opinion. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm glad he's exposed, though. He damn well knew better. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No matter how you look at it in the end, entrapment, they fooled him, they tricked him. It doesn't matter in the end because he thought he was communicating with a child. And when he says, "Oh, I thought he was 24 and then learned he was 14," but what? It should have been the end of story right then and there, right? If you're a up and up individual and only wanted to date grown men. So sit down with all your shit. I just wish it could have been done a little differently to get an arrest right there on the spot. I wonder what his mama said to him, Farq, when the cops left. What he said to mama. Oh, got another mother in the picture. Mother, don't play. Mother, what kind of mother we got here? Huh. We have different types in these cases we look at. I don't know what kind of mother we got right there. I haven't thought about that yet. But what did he tell mother when the popo left and the two guys with the cameras? Oh, they were just here as part of my YouTube channel, Mom. We were covering a missing persons case. Bullshit. He probably lied to his mother. No, I don't think it was his first time either, guys. And you know why? Because when he got asked that in the beginning of that video, he took way too long to answer that question. When they said this can't be the first time, or the guy said, "I think I got you talking a year ago. Your case that a case that contained information about him came through like a year ago." The guy claimed, and he's sitting there thinking about it. Did I ever communicate with another kid? And then when that guy mentions the Tammy app, that's when he says, "Oh, it wouldn't have been on there because I just got that. I ain't been on there that long," or whatever it was. I'm like, yeah, but you were thinking about where you would have done that at, that they would. So, yeah, it's not his first time. That wasn't his first time. He was just hoping they didn't know that was not his first time. So, in the past, were there real children involved, right? Obviously, there were. There wouldn't have been. It would have been a sting operation type of situation. So, if he's done it before, he's talked to probably what were young kids. But you're not going to be able to get to meet all of those kids. You got to filter through the ones you can get to. You know what I mean? The opportunity's got to be there for that child to even get out of that home to go meet that predator. So you got to look for that one kid that can pull that off. And sometimes it's easier than you think, unfortunately. You think you got a single mom that works 2 jobs? She cannot be there at all times. And you got a fucking predator like that trying to get at your child. Come on, man. No. The danger don't even have to be at the door half the time. You know what I mean? Breaking in the door to get to your house. They can be right there on that device trying to get at your kid. So have the talks with your children, people. Even like, don't tell them it's okay to come to you if they want to explore conversations or have questions, or you can direct them in safe places to go ask questions or whatever, but don't be doing it with strangers on the internet. Even about your curiosities, right? Be open with your kids. And if you can't be, it's time to examine yourself. That's the way I look at that. I'm sorry, because I'm very open with my children. I don't see a reason not to be. It's more uncomfortable for me you know what I'm saying? So no, I have to be real honest with them. I'm not doing them any justice if I'm not honest with them. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank y'all for coming in tonight, and let me get this out of the way and unpacking it, getting it off my chest, because, man, it really bothered me. I know Michelle After Dark's done a video on this subject. Like I said, Queen Bee and Clue have done it over on Kick. Um, Nonsense did a video, or maybe two. I don't even know. And these are all people who knew of him in the community, and they're reacting, right? So the fallout is there. Like I said, he was deleting channels in real time when people were going live to discuss what was happening. So he was absolutely watching because he knew the fallout was coming the minute they all left his house that day. He's like, holy shit, panic mode set in. You know what I mean? Because he knows this community, he knows what they're capable of doing, and he knows how hard they're going to go at his ass. It's going to be hard for him to come back, especially with that damn voice. You're never going to talk on the internet again, just post videos. Okay, we'll be looking for telltale signs. All right, guys. I'll be back sometime in the morning, late. I'm planning to do a late morning-ish live. I got to make sure my mods are okay with that everybody's available. And we'll get caught up on the latest Nancy Guthrie stuff because I haven't streamed in 3 days. I know there's some things happening. There's a couple of shows I want to go review here in a little bit and see if I get any takeaways from those shows. I do have some things we can discuss. Hide the Cheetos. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, Hawkeyes. It's just this, when this broke, right? And I was like, holy shit, that's Arctic. Because Butterfly and I knew who he was. We've known for a couple years who this guy was, right? We knew all about him in the missing community and blah, 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 blah. I knew when he got all butt hurt when Clue said a word he didn't like and all of that mess. It's like, Jesus. And now here, this, and it's like, wow. Wow. How dare you, Mr. Big Ol' Amber Alert activist? We got to change the laws to make it better and easier to put out an Amber, because there's criteria to meet with an Amber Alert, right? With like Sebastian Rogers, there was never an Amber Alert issued. There was no evidence he was taken by a person, right? So there's criteria to say a child is missing versus an Amber Alert going out. It's criteria. Anyway, he was like all about that. Like that was like his one big thing he honed in on to make his fight, right? And it was a way to get people in. Use the Amber Alert system to, reel these people in. It's like a whole fucking con artist thing almost. Yeah, Butterfly, when I was surprised when I look, I'm not surprised anymore about what I see around here, but I was a little like, oh shit, really? We happen to know who this one is? Damn it, man. Okay. Well, here we go. Now we got to talk about it because if I ignore it, I want to sleep it under the rug, and I didn't know that guy. And ew, no, fuck no. Didn't know who you were. I know what you were about, and how dare you? So I had to get it out of my system. Yeah, there was other things. Sebastian's case is a whole bucket of worms that a whole bunch of people inserted themselves into. And that turned into a hot mess. Sebastian's condition, autism spectrum and a chromosomal deletion issue. There's so many kids out there with these types of conditions, right? So, but there was no Amber Alert because they didn't have proof the boy got into a car and was taken off by somebody. All right, the criteria is out there for everybody to see as to how to get an Amber Alert and what criteria. It's like going into CODIS. You can't just take a DNA from any old fucking where in the world and throw it into CODIS. It has to, there's criteria, right? Why are you doing this is your biggest one. But yeah, he's just another one of those people, con artist types, that come in here and take advantage of situations to build clout and make themselves feel better. And at the same time, they're snakes in the grass, right? Doing pathetic, dirty ass things in the basement or in his dirty ass room or wherever he's sitting in that house. It's grotesque. And the sad part is that's how predators are. They will pose as the good guy. They always do. How else are you going to get at your victims so easily? We've heard about it at the churches, the schools, the boyfriend of the mom. They search out these perfect situations and all that stuff. Ugh. Ugh. Probable cause. So, Simi, when the cops see that he was communicating with what he thought was a 14-year-old child, but turns out was a grown man, does that give the cops probable cause to do a search warrant of his phones, right? Can they go to a judge and say, this is all we have? What, and I'm not saying that's like all we have. Like, this is what we have. These communications with this guy. What is a judge going to say? Is he going to sign a warrant to search something? You know what I'm saying? Like his data, his phones, his computers, his home. What? I don't know. What that would have taken. Hey, hey there, mystery chick. Yeah. So did you go? Was you on Queen? So Queen Bee had her live was taken down, and she's over on Kick now. Is that where you were seeing some of the stuff? And I do. If y'all want to see more of all that, you can go over to Kick and catch Queen's live over there and everything. It's crazy that now as a community we're like, damn, this guy, and how many more? How many fucking more are out there that we are unaware of now that we got to wonder about? The next time we get that feeling about somebody, we should listen to ourselves, right? And y'all know what I say about being careful on those YouTube streets. Turns out we cannot be careful enough. Even the ones we may or may not have been leery of, right? There may have been those ones to keep way off in the distance. Just like, okay, I know to side-eye that one. I guess we gotta trust our instincts. But even then, we can be fooled. And think about how easy it would be for them to fool an actual child, right? If they can fool people, adults in real life, into thinking they're normal, right? That they're just out here being normal and loving people and doing the right thing, but secretly they're doing all this shit. That happens all the damn time. Too much. All right, guys, I'll be back sometime in the morning. Yeah, who's next? We don't. I think. God, I hope nobody for a while. Don't we get the domino effect like threes? What Matthias got exposed and this guy. Oh, who's next? Oh, Lord. Don't it come in threes or something? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys, y'all go have a good night. I'm going to go get something to eat, catch up on my watch later list, check in on Miss Nancy and see if another hours went by without finding her. I'm sure it is, or we would know by now. My mods would have said, Salty, they found her. So continue the yellow hearts for Miss Nancy. Goodness. The day, it's so hard to believe it's been this long still, and we still don't know any answers. So, like I said, I got a few more things I want to discuss about that case, and we'll do that in the morning. So y'all keep your notifications on and all the good things you're supposed to do. And I'll see you back here in the morning at some point. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and be safe on those YouTube streets.
Thank you all for watching this here video.